push that monitor back. And, like, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Wiggle woogle it a little.
Yeah. Alright, we're running.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Game phases.
Push game
What
What?
Tip of the tongue, tip of the teeth.
Tip of the tongue. God damn it.
Tip of the
Tip
tongue,
of the tongue.
the teeth, the
It seems like
lips.
today burned everyone out.
Oh, dude, I'm tired. Fuck, man.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sunburned.
You just always kind
Feel
of
like you're something.
Fuck you, dude.
a little red and white at the same time.
Eat shit.
You're very pale, but also rosy. You're like Santa.
I don't know. Go ahead. Fuck it.
Alright, let's go.
I was
We've actually
thinking-
been live. The mics are on.
Oh,
Oh, so we...
that's funny. So
You
they
just
heard
couldn't
all
see
that.
us?
I was thinking more like a Pinky Mouse, you know.
I
like,
figure-
but I didn't want to be mean.
Yeah, I figured that kind of open was
You know what I
good
mean.
when we're low energy. You know,
Yeah.
just keep us rolling because this is gonna be our energy level the whole time.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Blue Skies from the Basement.
We're all very tired.
My name is Austin. Joining me, as always, is my best friend, Staff Chad himself, Wes.
I don't know what's up with these fucking pussies. I'm fine.
Fuck this guy. Behind the camera over there is our wonderful producer, Dre.
Yep.
And then sitting over here editing photos is the wonderful Emily.
Do you have to out what she's doing?
Yeah.
That is exactly
Yep,
what
I
I'm
did.
doing. I am editing
did.
photos of a very,
So,
very hot woman.
I want you guys to take a guess.
Frankie.
I want you guys to take a guess on how many photos I took today.
Okay. 1376.
1376. Trey, what do you got?
What? What
How
was the
many photos do you think I took today?
question? That's harder for me. I wasn't even there, so
Just take a
I
guess.
can't even visualize it.
He burned through 2 fully charged batteries.
Uh-huh.
That tells you
You
anything.
said it was in the
Damn.
thousands.
It was in the
It's
thousands.
in the thousands. Quadruple digits.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 1,500.
1,500. What do you think?
Is this Price is
We've
Right
already
rules?
gone over that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
I
already
know
fucking
how
know.
many.
Is this Price is Right rules?
No.
Oh, I would get $1.
Because
1501.
neither of you are even fucking close.
Oh, is it in the
2000?
2000s?
Not even.
3000s?
Yeah, I
What
took
get
a
outta
little
here.
bit over 3,200 photos today.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, we were just snapping every second. That's all
Basically.
video.
No, none of it's video either.
He took a
Like,
photo
none
every
of
time
that.
he went, ooh, that's cool.
It's all photos. Yeah,
Yeah.
I took like 3,200, a little bit over 3,200 photos today. Because
Goddamn.
it started like
Bunch of cool shit.
I was at 89.10, and then it went to 9999, and then it switched to a different folder. So, and it went back to 0001,
Yeah.
and that was 2,332 that was in that folder, and then the 8910 to 9999. So yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit over 3,200 photos I took today.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pictures.
I got some great ones, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking fantastic. I can't wait to go back and look at them.
That is what you do with photos. You look at them.
That is what you do with
I'm
the photos.
an asshole. Because, like,
I mean, I guess.
my immediate thought when you were saying that you got over 3,200 photos and they're like, you got some good ones. I'm like, well, fuck, there better be some good ones. You took 3,000 pictures.
Bad photos. Not a single good one.
I'm a dick. I'm sorry.
3,000 photos and they're all shit.
Damn.
They're all overexposed and out of focus.
He's like,
They're all absolute dog shit photos.
he's like, there better be one fucking goddamn good photo in there at least.
No, you showed me a few while we were there. There's some amazing photos in there for sure.
Oh, that's so fucking funny, though. You took 3,200 photos. There better be fucking one good one in there. Jesus. If not, quit doing photography, dude. You suck at it.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, that's so
The most
funny.
consistent run bad photos I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God.
That was a lot of fun. It
Whew.
was tiring though, just walking around. It wasn't a huge area that the festival was, but it was just walking the
Dude,
whole
I'm
time.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie, I'm exhausted.
We sat down to eat for like 15 minutes, and then we got back up. Like we've been walking.
I was glad Trevor gave me the rest of his quesadilla. That thing was delicious.
Quesadilla.
Quasa. Is that dilla dilla?
To dilla dilla.
Yeah. That's what I say when I get quesadillas out of the oven at work.
Dilla dilla.
I pass it over like dilla dilla.
Instead of saying behind, you're like dilla dilla.
Yeah, exactly.
You fucking suck, dude.
I know.
I know.
I gotta have fun at work somehow. Do
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
have those little
100%.
like pleasures you do at work that like
Yeah.
it's just for you really, and that's the way you fucking don't kill yourself at your job.
Oh, 100%. When I was working at Max and Irma's,
Yeah.
when I was working at Max and Irma's, it was me and Fred, and we would tell each other like, hold my dick.
Yeah.
I told that story before.
Yeah.
For once, my job doesn't make me want to kill myself.
Well,
I mean,
that's good.
the only thing is, like, I am standing in a Walmart for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
Yeah, that
exactly the funnest place to be, nor is it the nicest. Like, people are mean, people are rude.
Yeah.
But
To be expected.
When you're shopping, especially at a Walmart, most of those people don't want to fucking talk
don't
to
want to be
anybody.
approached.
No.
Yeah. And I understand that if you go to the grocery store and you have headphones in, you don't want you're doing that so that nobody fucking talks
That's why I
to
always
you.
wear headphones when I go to the grocery
Oh
store.
yeah, I think more people should do that. You're an asshole if you react negatively to someone talking to you and you're not wearing headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're asking to be talked to.
You
Your ear
have-
holes are open.
You can't tell me that you don't have access to headphones. That you can't like get headphones. And
Oh,
just,
yeah.
like, just put them in, or
Put on
over
some
the
fucking
ear.
old ass '90s RCA's. I don't care.
You don't even have to be playing anything. Just stick the fucking cord in your pocket
Plug it into your ass.
and act like you're listening to something.
Someone turned-
Nobody will talk to you.
Someone turned the corner earlier and was like on the phone, but it was on the side that like we couldn't see. And Everett like, "Hey ma'am, do you have AEP?" And she was like, "I'm on the phone." And we were like, "Okay,
My bad.
bitch. Like, have
My
a
bad.
nice day." Like what? Damn.
Also, I wouldn't say your coworkers' names.
Oh, I hope my coworkers watch this podcast. They'd find it funny. I'm telling you, it's a room full of you.
I mean,
They'd find it funny.
I'm not
we
saying
talk like this
I'm-
in the office.
I'm not saying for them. I'm saying for the company, though. I don't give. I'm sure that they
Nobody
don't
knows
fucking
what
care.
company I work for.
I mean, that's true. We were talking about standing in a fucking Walmart. It's pretty easy to deduce.
Not every store has us, bitch.
Oh, and they're either selling TVs or wireless service, or
We
it could
share
be a
the-
plethora of
Yeah,
things.
we share the space with phone sellers, TV sellers,
Yeah.
Spectrum.
I did try and sell pictures or stickers that was like a cartoon of like my asshole in a Walmart one time.
Yeah.
Got kicked out like immediately.
Did you really do that?
No.
Did you really?
No.
Did you really do that?
Well, Drake just being like, no, was hilarious. First of all,
He
and
did not do that.
I don't think that you actually know me because the reason why Wes is legit asking me if I've
Right.
done that or not
Because it's
It was-
possible.
it was
is
plausible.
that
Yeah.
I just feel like you'd be on a list somewhere.
Not allowed at that Walmart.
I didn't do it
for
to
sure.
children. First of all,
Barred from Walmart. Like, you're banned from Walmart.
I
Did
tried-
you steal something? No.
I tried to make sure that they were like
Waltons are
they at
pretty
least looked older than
anti-nudity.
18. You know,
Yeah.
It was
I just
mostly-
wanted to believe the answer was no. I don't know, man.
It was just mostly older people that I was trying to like sell it to. Nobody wanted it, and then like immediately somebody like reported me, and then Walmart was like, "Nah, dude, you gotta go." And it was like one of those like
Did you go to a fucking...
it's like the dudes that are in like plain clothing that are like one of the like secret shoppers or like but they're like theft protection like kind of people. It was one of those guys that came up to me too. Like he was in plain clothes and shit. It wasn't anybody in like Walmart. He was like, "Yo, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here."
I mean, that makes sense. That is the person who kicked you out. Did
Yeah.
you like go to a Kinko's and get these printed? Like where?
No, I ordered them online.
Oh, okay.
I had to pay for them.
I liked the idea of imagining you standing at a Kinko's, like printing them. You paid like $5.
I don't even know where
for-
there's a Kinko's around here, dude.
Well, I was imagining this was back in the day when those were still around.
Back in the day. Joke's on you.
Yeah,
he
it
was
wasn't.
23.
Nah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Okay. You fucking hooligan.
Oh my god. I live with
I
this
definitely
thing.
had to pay for them. Like I had to like I had to get an artist because I can't do like cartoon stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I can't draw, so I had to take. First of all, I had to take a photo.
You could draw a cartoon, Goatsy.
I had to take a photo of my asshole and then send it to an artist. And first of all, finding an artist that would do this was definitely very difficult. That took like
Next time, just go on Fiverr.
it's still I ended up doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
It took months, and then finally like
Okay.
found Fiverr and was like, oh, they'll do it.
Yeah, those.
And I
people
finally
do
found
anything.
somebody.
They'll
But
do
yeah, it took
anything.
months, dude.
For $5, they'll fucking.
Yeah.
They're
They'll
prostitutes.
digitally blow
I just needed the one fucking like photo like sticker, and then
Yeah.
I just like printed a shit ton of them.
you. Yeah.
Ended up just throwing them away because nobody
Hanson,
wanted
what are
them.
you doing?
Like I don't know why, but nobody wanted them.
Yeah. I once paid somebody on Fiverr to cartoon assassinate somebody with a grand piano, like
Cartoon.
Like the old like
yeah,
cartoon.
a grand
Yeah,
piano,
yeah.
like, from like a building. Like,
Yeah,
way up
yeah.
the
Oh,
grade and
I
just
can
drop
picture it in my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For
That's
$5.
I prefer the anvil.
The
I
anvil.
prefer the anvil.
It is more like
ending.
final. Like there's something about an anvil where you're like, well,
They definitely didn't live.
yeah, the hole in the ground, body-shaped hole in the ground with the anvil through the middle. Yeah.
They just start playing for Elise after.
Oh yeah, the grand piano.
just-
Yeah.
just dropped
You hear
on.
the discordant like
They're-
bonk of it
yeah,
hitting them,
and then their hands come out and just start playing for Elise.
and then they open their mouth with a big like toothy smile, but there's piano keys instead of their teeth, and then they fall out.
I'm pretty sure that's happened in Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Probably,
I'm almost
yeah.
exactly what I'm
100%.
picturing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost positive that was a scene in Tom and Jerry.
Hey, so you can pay people on the internet to do that for you.
To Tom and Jerry.
You
for
can pay somebody on the internet to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
If you want something done.
Well, not anything.
Gimps-
anything. What do you
Gimps
mean?
do
We've talked
exist.
about it before, but you can't pay a
If
guy
you have
to
enough
let you
money-
eat his penis and
If
then
you-
murder him, because then eventually the cops will come.
But you can still pay somebody to do that, though.
You can, but then eventually the cops will come and be like,
Well,
you
yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah, but you can still do it, though.
It's so funny. They arrested him, and he's like, "But it was consensual, dude. Like he said, yeah."
He said it was okay that I could eat his penis. I don't
And
understand.
they're like, "Yeah, but that's fucking weird. I don't care."
So now we gotta make sure you
Give a
never do
shit.
that
They
again.
did 100% was like, hey, I understand, but also like, nah. like,
Look, consent's good. We're not
like,
saying no to
we,
that.
We get that part. We
You
understand that
ate
part.
a person.
But like, could you not? Actually,
Still illegal.
we don't understand at all, and so we're gonna charge you with murder now. Just so you know. Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
I brought it up a bunch of times. It's one of my favorite stories.
Dude, have you been listening to the last podcast?
No, I haven't recently.
Oh my god, dude! So they're talking about what's his name? I gotta look it up because I don't want
Peak podcasting.
I don't wanna
wanna
say-
what other podcasts are talking about.
No, but I gotta bring this up. It's Josef Fritzl.
Okay, was he one of the like fucking?
He like had a daughter and then created a bunker, like underneath his house that had like 8 doors
Oh, I think I've heard about this.
that like led to this bunker, and then he like stuck one of his daughters underneath, like in the bunker, for like 24 years.
Oh,
And he had multiple kids with her,
oh my god.
and then he would take the kids and then like
There's like movies based.
and
off
would
of this.
put them up like in his house and say that she like the original thing was that he put her in the bunker and then said that she ran off to join some fucking cult or whatever, and all of her friends and everybody that knew her was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, the
we would have
fuck are you
seen the
talking
signs.
about?
You
Yeah.
don't just
What
suddenly
really
leave and
fucks
go to
me
a
up
call.
about crimes like that is that there isn't even an appropriate punishment that fucking vindicates what all the person went through.
Oh no, you would hope that like the same thing could be done to them and worse.
But
as,
yeah.
like
I would
punishment.
if I was her, like once I got like healthy, I'd be like, let me chop his fucking head off.
Yeah.
That's
That's not even enough though.
That's
too
from a
quick.
Yeah.
okay, but that's from a male perspective.
Yeah, for
you
sure,
know,
for
like
sure.
100%
You cut
violence.
his dick
Let me
off,
get him.
and then you make him eat it.
I can't wait till we get to
Fair
the
enough.
future and we like invent things where people can be in prison for like 1,000 years in their head.
Yeah.
That way we can invent
Yeah, but what if you get it?
punishments that really do fit the crime.
Reverse
Yeah, but-
San Junipero.
What if you're
Yeah.
falsely accused?
Where instead of eternal paradise, it's just jail forever.
But what if you're
That
falsely
would-
accused, bro?
You get put in prison for 1,000
The Innocent
years.
Project
Trey,
needs
I bet
way more
people-
funding.
Dude, people
Can we
would
talk
try
about-
to plant evidence on people
You'd
to get
have
people.
to reevaluate the case every, 100 years.
Oh yeah, it would have to be like it would
It's
have to be
depending on what it is.
solid fucking.
You wouldn't be put in jail for 1,000 years for a weed charge.
Well, no,
you know?
it's not
Like-
1,000 years to everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
It'd be
but
like 10
by the
minutes to
time.
Oh, so you'd speed up time?
Yeah,
Like, in
Yeah,
so like
he's
by
saying
the
it'd be
time
like 10
we
minutes.
realized they've already experienced
Oh,
it.
baby, that's DMT. They already have that. What do you mean?
True.
That is true.
That's
Anyways.
DMT.
Anyways, so this dude, Josef Fritzl, took his daughter and put her once she turned 18, stuck her in this bunker, and the bunker also was paid by the government because it was around a war or some shit, and so he got paid from the government to build this bunker because it's supposed to be if they ever got a nuke dropped on them, this was a place that.
So during the Cold War.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yes, the Cold War.
Okay.
So if a nuke ever got dropped,
So
people
we're
could
talking
go
like
here. So he got paid
40s,
by the
50s?
government to build this, and then stuck his daughter in there, and then kept her there for 24 years, raped her literally the first
No,
fucking night,
Talking like 60s.
and then continued to do that, had kids with her and everything, and then would take her kids and bring them up and would make her write notes that was
Dude,
I need you to take care of my kid, I'm still in this cult or whatever, and kept her I'm on the 3rd episode. It is so fucked.
That is crazy. What? Wait, you were making a point about he would bring the kids up. What was the what was he using
Oh,
the kids for?
she'd never see them. That was
No,
Oh.
he would. So,
But was
he-
he using the kids for something, or were they just
No.
living normal lives while their
He
fucking
would-
mom
so
slash
they would get born.
sister was down?
sister mom.
Yeah.
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 Like what
They
the
were born
fuck?
down there, and then he would bring them up and say that she dropped him off,
God, there was a
basically.
movie that this
And
was
then-
literally part of the premise.
And then he would make her write notes, and then they would live regular lives. And they even left the house once they turned 18 and shit.
It's so weird that he let them and did the.
So I'm at the point. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
done
you
with
said
the
you're
3rd
only 3
episode.
episodes in, yeah.
Oh, well, it's a 3rd episode. I'm
Yeah.
only halfway through it. She just got out, and I haven't heard what happens after that.
Ah.
But I would be dude, if I was stuck in a fucking bunker for 24 years, and
Behind
she's
8
emaciated,
doors?
by the way,
Yeah.
because no sunlight.
yeah.
Also he didn't ventilate the place properly, so and she has no fucking teeth anymore because
Great.
he never let her have anything to
No hygiene.
no, at all. Completely emaciated, she's fucked up, and I'm once I got better, I'd be let me chop his fucking head off.
The fact that he let the other kids live a normal life
Not all of them, though.
does it. Well, hold on, but does that it
That's
doesn't
even
make
worse.
it better? It makes it more monstrous that
Oh, yeah.
he's capable of the facade.
Allowing people to be humans.
Yeah.
It's like a total facade, and then he's just got this dark, evil thing happening, hidden.
What's even more fucked up is it wasn't all the kids either. There were definitely kids that were born before that stayed down there, and then he would other kids would get born, and then he would take them up.
So the kids down there would know there's shit up there.
Oh, 100%.
But the kids up there didn't know about
The shit down there.
Yeah.
Ah.
And we're talking about a dad continuously
And pretending to be a good dad. Did he have a job and shit?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Where? What,
He was actually respected in the community and shit too.
They always are.
What did he work as?
I don't remember what he worked as, but
Was he
when
like a salesman of some sort, or
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. I
broker.
don't remember, but
I was gonna
He-
say, hey, I'm a salesman.
he was respected enough in the community, and he would act while he was, we'll say, up there.
Yeah.
Up
He
there.
would act like a model citizen and a dad and everything else, and even his wife they would go on.
Oh, there was a wife.
yeah, and she said that she didn't know anything about it. I'm like,
What?
motherfucker,
Yeah.
How's that possible?
yo. But the bunker
I
the bunker
think-
had 8 doors.
Yeah, but if you have
And-
a bunker in your like
He's going down there all the time.
And he said, "Don't ever go down there."
I think the wife.
That's a red flag right,
Right.
there.
I think-
We know that now. This is also back in the
I
day.
think the wife at a certain that's a human response of being like, I know there's something so fucked up happening that I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know.
Hey,
And then, like,
guilty by association. She doesn't
eventually-
have any association with it. Can't be guilty.
Eventually, like, you just internalize the I don't know so much that you believe like I had no idea what
Well,
was
he
going
was a
on.
fucking asshole to her, like to the wife,
That would
and
be a
like
red
she
flag,
was scared.
too.
Like
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
she was scared, and so like, but I'm listening to this fucking story, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like
That's
I
so
don't
crazy.
understand, and I don't get that mentality of like, how the fuck could you do that to your own daughter? He waited until she was 18, and then was like, hey, I need some help with this door. And like putting this door in and dragged her down there. Well, not dragged her, but like took her down there. And then once she got down there, he fucking kicked her ass in there, smashed her fucking head to knock her unconscious, and then tied her up and left her in the dark for like multiple days. Right in the beginning. And then shortly after that, like she's tied up. Well, okay. Smashed her, then raped her.
Smash her, then smash her.
Jesus.
It's a double smash.
Yes, babe. That is terrible, but yes. You're not wrong.
You remember what I said?
Yeah.
I'm not scared of that shit.
Yeah. And then left her in the fucking dark for like multiple days. And then finally cuffed her in front and gave her just enough leeway that she could like go into the corner to take a shit in like a bucket, basically. And that
God,
was
there was
kind of
literally a movie that was this.
that was literally her life for 24 years.
God, I
Well,
wish we
he
remember the name of the
eventually
movie.
untied her so that she could like walk around freely, but
yeah.
by that point you're fucking terrified. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing that you can like. There's no way you can come back from that, like at all. Your own dad did that shit to you. There's no way you're coming back from that shit. No, she's fucked up for the rest of her life. I don't know if she's still alive. I haven't gotten there yet, but I wouldn't. I'd probably off myself after. The only what I know about how she got out was one of her kids was sick, and so she was like, "You need to take them to the fucking doctor." And so he was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And so he took him to the hospital, and then the doctors were like, "Obviously, she's pale, she's emaciated, like."
What the
You can tell
fuck
this shit's
is
going on, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, get her good. And then once you're done with that, I'll take her. And also, don't call the cops. Anytime you tell somebody, don't call the cops, they're going to look at you like I should probably call the
There's
cops.
something going on.
And so they called the cops.
Yeah.
Do me a
It
favor.
started
I know this looks
investigating.
weird, but don't go with cops. That's
Like,
the
are you-
last thing I need.
Why are you thinking about the cops?
I don't.
Wait a minute, who mentioned cops?
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? Nah, don't call the cops.
Nobody said cops but you, sir.
So obviously they called the cops, and then they started investigating. And then the letter that he had, his daughter like write, that was about her kid. One of the investigators was like, I think, oh my god, his last name has like a fart in it, like literally fart.
Literally?
The name fart, yeah.
Fartenstein.
It's like Engelfart or some shit like that is his last name. I
Engelfart?
swear to God, I'm not even joking.
That's real close to angel fart.
So he started looking at the letter and was like, "This looks like it was dictated and not just written out. Like somebody was telling,
Engelfart's on the case.
Listen, they laughed about it for a good like 2 minutes, dude.
It's
It was
impossible not to.
it was
Angel fart
hilarious.
is on this. You picked the right fart for the job.
Listen, this is why I love Last Podcast on the Left, because they will definitely laugh at it like we will.
Silent but deadly.
And you said smash and then smash, and we still laughed at that.
I mean,
That was
call
naughty.
a spade, man. Fuck it.
Anyways,
Instead of a smash and grab, it's just a double smash. It's the smashing.
how do you... How do you...
I like a good turducken of a joke. The smashing is good. I like that. High five.
How do you charge somebody like that, though? Like, How do you charge Josef Fritzl? Like, what do you charge
I
him with?
mean, you do the worst thing humanly possible. You immobilize him, you make it so he can't move, but he's still conscious, and you just fucking...
Because killing him would be too
torture-
easy, right?
You keep him alive.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just do terrible things to him, bring him to the brink of
You
death.
turn
Bring
the
him back?
electric
Nurse him
chair
back to
down.
life.
You turn the electric chair down to stun, and you just zap him a whole
Yeah.
bunch. Just like once a week, it's like, all right, it's Tuesday, time to strap in. Like,
Do you
you
remember
electrocute the fuck out of him. He survives, and they're like, yeah, back to the cell.
You remember the Black Mirror episode? I think it's Black Mirror, or it's
It's probably Black Mirror.
Love, Death, and Robots, where like they make this woman go through like this whole like terrifying experience, and then at the end, she like comes into this room. There's a whole audience, and it's like the families that she like fucked over or whatever.
Yeah.
And like
Not Black Mirror.
It is Black Mirror.
It is?
It
Is
is
it?
Black
What episode
Mirror,
is
yeah. It's from the first
like
or
the-
second season.
I was gonna say I've only seen the
It's
first
from
or
one of the
second
early
season.
seasons,
Yeah.
and it's
I'm gonna look it
the
up.
one with the everybody's got like the symbol, or like they're all staring at their phones. She like wakes up and is just like running, and there's just like crowds of people like filming, staring at their phones, and then I don't remember. It's like a game show type thing.
Yeah.
She gets to the very end, they're like, "Congratulations!" and then they stick her in a fucking cage and parade her in front of the crowd, and people are like
I haven't
throwing
seen
shit
that
at her.
Yeah. Hold on.
I haven't seen that one, which is
I
crazy.
think it's called Black Bear.
Oh yeah.
I think it is.
White
Yeah.
Bear.
I
White
only
Bear.
got-
White Bear.
Thank you.
I only got.
Black Mirror, White Bear.
Yeah.
I only got like maybe I want to say 10 minutes into that episode, and then I was like, meh.
That episode was fire.
The
Yeah.
ending's worth the.
Yeah.
Hang the DJ, San Junipero, Black Museum.
I like Black Museum. I like Hang the DJ a lot too. San Junipero,
Makes you weepy.
I wanted to like it, but felt it could have been executed a little bit better. The episode with like the drone that's like following the kid around, and then they're like, "We saw you jacking off. Now you have to fight to death."
Oh my god, that was oh fuck, shut up and dance.
That one was fun. I like
Shut up
that
and
episode a
dance.
lot
Why
because
does it
that's
only
real.
have-
That has happened to somebody.
It wasn't a drone. They hacked his fucking laptop, and they
Yeah.
were like, "We watched you jerking off.
There's a
Here's
dro-
the video. We're gonna send it to everybody you fucking
Yeah,
know."
there's a drone at
It
the end of the
is.
episode that's like filming them fight to the death.
Trey was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It is White Bear.
White Bear, yeah.
A woman wakes up in a house with amnesia. People on the street record her but do not speak. After being chased by a masked man, she flees and meets Jem, another woman hiding from those known as hunters. Jem explains that the people recording her have been affected by a strange signal, while the hunters are unaffected sadists. The woman follows Jem in her plan to destroy the signal transmitter. A hunter, Baxter, holds them at gunpoint in the forest, but Jem kills him. Oh yeah, because he fucking drags her and like ties her up, and then Jem fucking.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
saves her.
When they
I
reach
like
the facility,
lighthearted ones
hunters.
better.
Yeah.
When
What was
they-
the one where the social credits?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where like she's like just going by the end of the episode, she's just going crazy,
She trashes
yelling.
her like sister or best friend's wedding because she's like, all of you are fucking fake. Fuck
Yeah.
all of you.
Mhm.
Like,
And
Yeah.
she gets in the.
She meets the truck driver.
Yeah.
And that lady, I was like, that's the most I've ever connected with somebody in an episode of TV where she was like, yeah, these fucking idiots think they're all worth something.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't
driving
give
her
a
truck.
fuck. She's
15
like, I don't care at
million
all.
merits. The one where the guy rides the bike.
First season.
yeah, that's guy. I mean,
Yes.
that
Episode
actor is
3.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's our boy from Get Out. So he's a legend. And then
That one
it's
had
got
me
the
bawling.
greatest speech.
That's
at
the
end.
first episode that I made you and Honesty watch when I was like, you guys have to fucking watch Black Mirror.
Oh yeah.
I was like, 15 million merits, you have to watch this shit.
And then I think we started watching it too.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with Love, Death, and
Oh,
Robots.
that one got to me.
That one made me cry.
That was very
That one got to
Hunger-
everybody.
Hunger Gamesy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one got to everybody. That speech in there, you're right, is fucking.
I still
he's-
listen to that speech by itself sometimes just because it's that awesome. It's
He's
Yeah.
riding his bike to fucking go and save her.
and they just crush it.
Yeah.
in front- like they just take it all away from him effortlessly.
Damn, Black Mirror is so good. I had him watch Bandersnatch with me for the first time the other night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
the cherry on top is that after that speech, he sells out too.
Yeah. And then they
That
just fucking package and sell that.
Yeah, That's like the Rick and Morty episode where they package and sell those little candy bars that make you feel like literally anything you want to in the Ricktopia or whatever.
Simple Rick.
Yeah, Simple Rick.
Yeah.
Simple
Dude,
Rick.
it's just like that.
It is.
They sell you the idea of being a rebel, so you don't have to be a rebel.
Yeah, and then the fucking one Rick rebels and they package him into he is the essence of the candy bar, is the one guy who rebelled.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
Oh,
captured
yeah, I
the
do remember
essence
that now.
of feeling freedom for the first time.
Yeah.
Those are two
We
fucking
captured
amazing
him.
concepts for that idea.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys.
I'm gonna have to listen to those episodes. I'm sorry, before.
Oh yeah. Bearded men. I
Yeah.
had to trim my mustache for the first time.
Yeah, look at you. It is coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming in. I'm not shaving it anymore.
It's growing in soft. That's
Yeah.
the most important thing. It used to be really like coarse and like bristly, and I was like, if you're going down there, you gotta shave because
Yeah.
it's real itchy. And now it's growing in soft, so I'm like, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
But I
It's
didn't
nice.
trim
You
my
can make
mustache
it
for the
grow in
first time.
soft.
How you
Keep
doing
shaving.
that?
If you shave it enough time, it'll grow in soft. Now
I've been shaving for a decade.
it's still bristly.
It's fucking. I mean,
Yeah.
it has softened up over the
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Maybe I just need some beard oils.
That's
Yeah, that too.
I was literally thinking about getting like all three of you for Christmas, like some beard care
I already
stuff.
have a bunch of beard oil.
Okay, so not you
Yeah.
then. You and Trey, some
Yeah.
like nice beard.
We need it.
Some nice beard care stuff.
Not that Trey doesn't look fucking fantastic, by the way. Like.
Oh,
Thank you.
I wouldn't have been able to tell.
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm saying.
You were scratchy or something. Your beard looks soft. and
Yeah,
luscious.
looks good. But I'm just saying, for me,
I know you guys don't get to see it, but Trey's damn good looking. Good
it
looking
was my
man.
first time. I
Yeah.
had never, this is my first time that I've had it grow out enough where I was like, it's starting to come down like into my lip,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is annoying as fuck.
You're kind of getting
I-
like mutton chops on the
Yeah,
side
I
too.
gotta-
Like,
Yeah, I gotta.
I told him when he said he needed to trim that, I was like, oh, dude, Alan used to chew on it. like,
That's the
constantly.
worst. The
Like,
second
he
it
would
starts to grow over my lip and I can like get it in my mouth is when I'm like, no.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he used to sit there and chew on it.
That's disgusting.
Instead of just trimming it, he just fucking on it, and I'd
yeah,
sit there and be like,
no.
Did you
I
tell
don't
him
wanna
he,
do
had-
that.
he was a Nazi?
Did we
Also,
tell you guys that he was
he's a Nazi.
a
he
Nazi?
chews on his mustache?
And he's a Nazi.
Yeah, so.
It
hey,
was too big.
I would
He
argue
just
that
needed
chewing
to-
on your mustache is no, I'm just kidding.
is what worse.
Worse. Yeah.
I'm just saying, it was the first time.
Yeah.
It's grown out enough that I was like, I gotta
What do you
trim it up.
want from us?
Nothing. It's,
I'm a big boy now.
Congratulations.
I mean, basically, yeah. I'm a big kid now,
proud of you.
okay? Like,
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
Real quick.
Ugh.
Oh. Fuck.
It's a terrible photo. I don't even like it.
She
you
was
said-
on. She was on stilts.
Yeah, she was.
So this was one of the hoop performers. She was wearing stilts, like
That's fucking
5
crazy.
foot long stilts while doing this. And oh god, she was gorgeous and she was sweet. She had little bats painted on her face. Oh. Sorry, I'm still editing photos of hot girls.
There was a lot of hot girls.
There was a lot of hot
They
girls.
were hot.
There's a lot of cool costumes over there
Yeah.
too. Fucking the Dragon Burlesque show was a lot of fun. Crystal and I stood there and watched like most of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Fucking dude got a photo of me in the, casket.
Oh yeah, I saw him taking the photo.
I got a photo of you in the casket, but okay.
I know, but he like edited it and like sent it to me. Okay, people sending me their. Where is it? Is it this? Oh yeah. But yeah, he got this one.
There was a
was
casket
good.
at the little like mini skate park little area that they set up.
Nice.
That shit was cool as fuck.
That's fucking awesome.
There was a Subaru Outback painted black that had ramps set up on the side.
That's
of it that they were
Gage's.
launching.
That's his car.
That was his car.
That's his
Yeah.
car, dude. That they fucking painted matte black, and he was like, "We're probably gonna break this window," and I was like, "Whose car is this?" He was like, "Oh, it's mine." I was like, "Okay."
I mean, it didn't break.
It didn't.
As far as as we were leaving, it was still intact.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were skating up the side of a car and over it and on top of it. and
That's
shit.
fucking
It's
awesome.
Awesome, yeah. You had your whole fucking last podcast.
Just drinking whiskey straight out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Don't question it. Okay.
You're just over here.
I've been here. You want
Yeah.
some?
Yes, please.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
I'm about to grab a Coke. I have a Coke in the fridge I brought.
Did you put it in the fridge?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't put it in the freezer and forget about it and it exploded?
Did I have done that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
We have
Yeah.
talked about it.
Yeah.
It was like a year ago, but yeah.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
So I'll give you, you know.
It's definitely in the fridge.
It's definitely.
I'll wait till Trey gets back. I have a little side story to tell as well.
Side stories.
Side stories.
Side quests. Yes, I will help you find your cat.
Dude,
Weird
I've
old
been
lady.
in love with Throne and Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta show you.
It's my MMO, dude. I
I've-
found one.
Yeah. I got a new podcast app since Google Podcast decided they fucking don't
Suck.
want to do podcasts anymore.
Suck balls.
Is it pot ass?
Podcast addicts, but just scroll through all my shit.
I feel
Okay,
so bad walking through there because these shoes are new, so I sound like fucking Walker, Texas Ranger, fucking clopping through the
So-
fucking...
So,
Clobbing.
when in the fuck are we getting a part 2 to After the Revolution?
I mean,
Because I'm waiting on that.
yeah, he is working on it.
Oh, hey, you listen to Blue Skies from the Basement?
I mean, I have to make sure that when episodes get pushed, that they actually push the way I want them to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cold
kinda like
brew
when you
got me
share your
like-
own TikToks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dan Carlin's Hardcore History.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew After Dark.
I mean,
I've been getting way in the
Dumb
history
People
lately.
Town.
same. There is some crazy, like, school did not do, history class did
Dude,
not do history
class is
justice.
almost worthless.
No.
There
We've
are
been-
some insane fucking stories from history. I'm going to tell you guys one here in a minute now that Trey's back.
We've been listening
Fuck
to
yeah.
Dungeons and Daddies.
Love
Yeah.
history.
But the only time that we
Gonna
listen
love
to it is on
knowledge.
our way down to Cincinnati.
Knowledge is
because
power.
It's like a long ass drive.
Yeah.
And so like we'll listen to it on our way down to Cincinnati, but we don't go down there all the time. So like we're on season 2, I think, of Dungeons and Daddies, and
No,
we just
3. We skipped
is it?
2
Oh, we
for
did
some
skip
reason.
2. I don't know why. I might have while I was driving. I must have like fucked up. But we're on season 3 actually of Dungeons and Daddies. Stuff you should know. Love that.
Oh yeah, stuff
Yeah.
stuff you should know, and their whole like stuff network is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, the entire thing. Whiskey Ginger, also very good.
Learning stuff
Dude.
with Josh and Chuck.
Oh my god, I saw this real quick. I saw this TikTok. So it's Jax and Jax, and they like start their videos, and they're like your favorite trans couple that you love to hate.
What?
And your mom's house fucking took one of their videos and like watched it.
Yeah.
And so they posted a TikTok of them reacting to your mom's house, reacting to their like video.
Yeah.
I react to you, react to me.
Yeah, and I
Can
immediately,
I have this Pez candy?
yeah,
Cool.
I immediately was just like, this is terrible, and I don't even want to watch this, but sat there and watched it.
We'll
And
still
of
get
course-
Slim Jims upstairs if you want one.
Of course, Tom was like, this is fucking weird. Like, you fucking weirdos. Because, like, there's one that's like Jax A and like Jax B or some shit like that. I don't know, I don't fucking know. But, like, Tom was like, yeah, this is weird. And then immediately was like, so are we having breakfast or dessert? Or, like, because they had, like, the chef on or some shit. And,
Yeah.
like, immediately was like, I don't care about this anymore. And, like, just moved on. And they thought it was weird. I was just like, they just don't care, dude.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you. Like, you're reacting to this expecting more of a reaction from Tom and Christina, and you didn't get that. And I don't know. It was weird. It was just weird.
I like a story that ends with, I don't know, that was just weird.
Yeah.
It's a solid story. Solid ending.
Anywho's in.
I haven't been watching Your Mom's House lately. I have to catch up on all that shit. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Ken Carter.
Perfect timing.
Who the fuck is Ken Carter?
So you guys know who Evil Knievel was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Guy did stunts.
Yeah, yeah. He was the Canadian
Can we
Evil.
talk about Linda Knievel for 5 seconds?
Yeah, I would love to, actually.
I thought you did music.
What? Are you serious? Thank you.
You're welcome.
You motherfucker.
I can't even hold that one in.
Okay,
I'm
I
sorry.
was like,
I'm sorry. I couldn't even hold that one in.
Son
I'm
of a
sorry.
bitch.
I was trying to bug with you guys. I couldn't hold that one in. No, I know who Evil Knievel is, okay?
Okay. You better, because like you're into car stuff and stunts and skating. The
He
whole
made
extreme
jazz
sport.
music. I got it.
With a motorcycle.
And he was damn good at it.
Dude, do you? I probably asked you this before. Do you watch It's Always Sunny?
No.
That's a great.
You need to watch
You
it.
need
I
to
Always
have.
Sunny.
I've seen like here and
Well,
there.
like
I'm a
watch
trash
it.
man.
Watch it through.
Yeah.
Get through like the first season, and then when they add Danny DeVito, and then just how much better it continues, and then it just stays fantastic.
It gets better and better every single season. Like
does.
they get, because they're doing improv, but they get into a
Alright, babe.
flow.
So
Like
that's
they
what
get
we're
the
gonna
hang
watch.
of it.
That's what we're
It's
gonna
Always
watch.
Sunny? I love
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
It's so good.
We've been going through
four,
Archer.
all four characters.
It's
are
a masterclass of like being like
Or five.
fucking the most upsetting comedy too, like,
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
getting
yeah.
getting away with it.
Yeah.
like
The first episode is called "The Gang Gets Racist." That's
Yeah.
the first episode.
they're not even walking the line. They go over the line for sure, but somehow
Every
They're
They
jumping.
walk-
They're jumping rope with the line.
they manage to like walk everybody else over the line with them, and you're like on board with them by the end of every episode.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
It's crazy. It's like they're not as crude and crass as like South Park,
Yeah.
but they still find a way to make you equally as uncomfortable
Yeah.
while making you laugh at the same time.
It's
like-
really
What's funny-
dumb and
what's-
really smart.
What's super funny is the two characters that play brother and sister are actually married in real life.
Yeah.
no shit.
Wait,
Oh,
she's married to.
No,
She's married to Mac.
she's married to Mac. Yeah, Dee's married to Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dennis is the brother in the
Yeah.
show.
Okay, never mind.
And then
mean-
Charlie is married to the waitress in real life.
I love Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Charlie's
I love Charlie
amazing.
Day so much.
I saw this TikTok the other day, and it was like a podcast, and I showed it to you, and dude was like, so have you ever like, you know, in your like lifetime, like how much have you heard people really like say the N-word? And he was like, I've never really had anybody like, he was a black dude, he's like, I've never really had anybody of like another race, like, or another color, like call me the N-word, you know, like I haven't really dealt with that in my life. And then the two dudes were like, you ready? And he was like, wait, what?
Theo Von.
Wow.
Theo Von's got this thing. He's got a couple. He's like, yeah, I'm not racist, man, you know, but I might have some flare-ups in traffic.
You know?
He's like, if I really gotta say it, you know, I'll write it down.
I play the game with her. I'm like, are they
Love Theo.
He's the best.
Are they old? Are they Asian or is it a woman? One of the three. And the other day,
Man,
I was like,
old Asian women must be like.
It was an old Asian woman.
I was like, is it an old person or is it a foreigner? And she was like, it's just a woman. I was like, well, it makes sense.
No, I love it when I'm like, oh, this must be like, I passed somebody yesterday, like about to take the Hamilton exit, and I was like, why are we going 40 miles an hour in a 65 right now? And then I saw the truck go,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, are you fucking like 103 years old? I come up, nope, a guy our age with his phone like this.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Keep in mind, I said, guy our age.
I mean,
And I went, no, it's cool.
hey,
It doesn't matter who
we
you
make
kill.
stupid stereotypical jokes, all right, but we also full well know that there are dumbasses out there.
Oh, yeah.
But-
There's.
Foreigners drive bad in the U.S. because they're not used to driving in the fucking U.S.
Right.
Yeah, we know that.
Old people can't drive because they can't fucking see and they probably forget that they're driving.
Again, I'm
should
making
be a-
stereotypical jokes.
But you being like, women
should
are
be a test
shitty
when
drivers
you're old.
literally has no backing to it. Your guys' life insurance costs more, your health insurance costs more, your car insurance
Did
costs
we?
more, you guys get in
did-
more car
and to
accidents,
me,
and
that's-
you drive faster.
That's why it's funny to say.
Did we or
Because
did
it's
we
not
not
true.
have a
Yeah.
conversation directly after that because you brought up that point? And then I was like, there are plenty of women race car drivers out there that do drag racing, drifting, like that are really fucking good, that do like circuit racing. Like the only thing that they haven't really gotten into yet is F1. Why? I don't know.
He said women are bad drivers, and I went, I dare you to say that.
I think
to
that's
Ken
just
Block's
like
daughter.
I think
Oh
that's
my
just like
God.
the oldest stereotype
that's
as far as like because like we didn't have foreigners in our country before we had women, so.
Yeah, but women weren't allowed to leave the house.
That's what I was about to say though.
They learned to drive way
that wasn't
later
funny.
on.
That was a real point.
It was funny to me. I'm sorry.
What I mean though is that like when cars were invented, women weren't allowed to drive.
No.
So like that's the
We
reason
have a longer experience.
the stereotype exists
genetically.
because men were like, well, you're not allowed to fucking drive,
Yeah.
and then suddenly they get the right to drive.
You're not allowed to make decisions.
Does anybody?
And then they
Speaking
get the
of
right to
genetically,
drive.
how long before cars is like before like people like before we've bred ourselves to be just genetically better at driving cars? Do you think that's already happened?
Oh, it's becoming an
Yeah.
instinctual thing for sure.
Oh, that's
I mean, I think so and not.
One of my favorite studies is from that I like to cite when I'm talking to people about like genetics and evolution over time, because people think evolution always takes like forever. But with
It just
the
takes like a few
they did
generations.
like a fox study where they like just took some foxes, wild foxes, and over like I think 3, maybe 4 generations, they had gotten like floppier foxes with like more docile features. They were like more like willing to come up to humans. And
Damn.
Podcast.
they basically domesticated foxes over like 4 or 5 generations.
Damn.
And then from that, they were like, the abstract of the study was humans are self-domesticating themselves.
Damn.
So over time, we've just become like more agreeable and like
Damn.
ways to survive better, and softer features over time. Like when people are like, people have gotten prettier over time. It's the softer features and like the.
Does anybody know who Shirley Muldowney? Anybody know who that is?
No.
No. Do you know who
I still
Shirley
gotta tell
Muldowney
my
is?
Fucking Ken
Hold on.
Do you know who that is?
story.
No, hold on.
No.
Ken Carter. I still gotta talk about.
Oh
him.
yeah. Shirley Muldowney was the first like NHRA like drag racer, female like drag racer that was in the NHRA that drove a top fuel dragster. Like she was the first one. I did a fucking essay on her back in school because I was into drag racing, obviously.
Yeah.
And then yeah, she was the first female, and she was fucking badass too. Like
Yeah.
people didn't want to go. That's the same thing with my grandmother. Like, literally, they would call her class to lane 1 and 2, and my grandmother would go up first, and then everybody would line up behind my grandmother, and then it was whoever was the sorry ass motherfucker that was the last one in that lane had to go into lane 2 and be the one to face her. But nobody wanted to do it, and then everybody else would, file in after that.
Shane Gillis has a great joke about this.
Bro, tires. Oh my god.
Shane Gillis was in his most recent special was talking about Alabama football, and back when like they just had the whites only team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And then they get their asses fucking handed to them by California, LA, or whatever.
He made
football
that
team.
whole skit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get their fucking asses handed to them by the black team from California. And everybody that was racist in Alabama goes, well, maybe we could let a few blacks on the team. The coach is giving a speech like, all right, well, maybe we should let a few in. Fucking.
He's like, we'll let the blacks, play the first half, and then we'll let the whites come in and actually, get some scores and stuff in the final half. And they were like, and then the newspaper article was like, they had it in the beginning and then lost in the end. And then
The press conference after, the coach is like,
and then he's like, okay, so this time we'll let the whites play first, and then we'll let the blacks play in the second half. And then it was like they almost lost in the first half, but came back in the second half. And then he's like, okay, so we're gonna let the blacks play the whole time.
and that's how we defeated racism in Alabama. Was we let the blacks play football.
That
Okay.
shit was so fucking funny.
Okay, so.
But it's the same thing though, is like if you don't let somebody participate in something and you're like, well, you're bad at it, and you're like, well, you never let them participate in it. Like, you don't know a woman's gonna be the most badass drag racer ever because you never let women drag race.
I mean, I also think so Counter-Strike, simple example. In professional Counter-Strike, they have a male and female thing. So it's the same shit.
Yeah.
And they kind of say that females can't compete at the same level that males can. Also, kind of thinking about it genetically or something like that, that I don't know if it's been long enough, but there also are plenty of females out there that are exceptional at game, that are better than me at Counter-Strike, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
More practice, though, and like that kind of goes into, like, regardless of whether you're male or female, you have way more practice in it. You're a professional female Counter-Strike player. Of course you're going to be better than me that somebody just plays, you know. But now, would you stand up to, like, Simple or, you know, somebody like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of times when they do, like, a mixed, like, game, usually the men come out on top.
So
I don't know what
But
to
is
say to
that
that.
social or biological?
That was my boss. Absolutely spam texting me, telling me how proud she is of me today, from today.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
That made me feel so, I almost cried. She said, that's my girl. She said she would, and then she did. Like, I love that.
Another high five. Let's go.
Her little girl, blonde. I was like, that's so fun. She has jet black hair. So her daughter gets her blonde hair from her dad.
I mean...
And I was like, that's so funny. All of our girls are little blondies. It's going to be like a family reunion on Tuesday.
The only thing, I'm the only blonde one. Like, that's where it's like, it's kind of nice when we go out, like, and you got these two blonde hair, blue-eyed kids. Like, people just think that...
Oh,
like,
yeah, that we're a family. They don't even
both
question.
mine.
People are surprised when I tell them you're not her dad.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I'm like, yep, no, not my kid. And they're like, what?
yeah, I'm like, oh, I got to take JoJo to visit her dad this weekend. And they're like, don't you and Austin live together? I'm like, that's not her dad.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
Take care of her enough now that your kid.
I might as fucking well be
I mean, yeah.
at this point. Fuck, dude.
Anyway, Ken Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of jet black hair, dude strapped a jet. We'll get the big reveal out of the way, just so you guys are actually interested in what I'm fucking talking about, you assholes. Dude strapped a jet engine to a Lincoln Continental, built like a 3,000 foot ramp. It wasn't that big. It was a big ass ramp. That was like facing a river and was like gonna jump a Lincoln Continental with a jet engine and wings strapped to it. Wings strapped to the Lincoln Continental.
Sounds like a man thing.
Over the river, which was like a mile. He was gonna launch a car a mile. Was the plan.
With him in it.
With him in it. So imagine like Evel Knievel, but Canadian, like with that Canadian charm.
Fair enough.
Dude is like, the time when he was doing it, he was like in his 40s, and he had broken every bone in his body. And in every interview, he's like, I'm a healthy specimen. I can do this. He's like talking about how like, this is like
the interview was like, no, you're not.
well, people, okay, so like
No.
ABC News was there. Fucking dudes from Hollywood, like old Hollywood, came out with like camera. Back when film cost like $600 or like a fucking a run, you know, like,
Which was still expensive back then, let's be real.
it was expensive as shit.
Yeah.
So like,
It'd be like 1.2 million now.
this dude's like, I'm gonna jump a mile-long river across it in a plane with wings, and I'm gonna do it with a jet engine on the back.
So he died.
Well, this is the best part of the story. Anyway, so like these Hollywood guys are out there. They're like burning through film. They're like, we're running out of daylight. We're running out
This
of
reminded
film.
me of a story, so I got one after you.
Multiple times throughout like the production and setup and like the engineering of this, they're like, this is technically possible. We don't think you can get a car to go that far, but like the dude who made the wings that he stuck to the car, he was like, if he can get the car in the air at 600 miles per hour, that's how fast he needed to go.
And
A jet engine strapped to the back of a Lincoln Continental.
600.
Yeah.
Why a Lincoln Continental?
I don't know. It's fucking amazing.
So
No.
fucking random.
Just no.
With wings
No.
strapped to the side.
Just
of
no.
it.
That
But
thing would fall apart.
the dude who engineered the wings was actually like a great engineer and like had helped Evel Knievel. And Evel Knievel actually had come to the site as like a special advisor on the stunt and was like, he's gonna die. But the dude who engineered the wings was like, if he gets into the air going 600 miles per hour and makes it off this ramp without dying, the wings will do their job. Like, I've engineered them to where the steering wheel will control the steering of the wings, and he can steer the flying in the air. The guy who made the wings was like, you can fly this car.
Okay, but
I don't think you can fly a car, though.
600 goddamn miles an hour and a Lincoln Continental.
Yeah.
And back then was probably what, like 93? Was it even before that?
Did you guys ever hear the story about the woman that beat the land speed record originally?
Vaguely.
She disintegrated.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She was she went through. I looked this up with you. I remember telling you
Yeah.
about it in my
Yep.
kitchen.
Yeah.
No,
we looked it up.
She went to the salt flats.
Which is
because
they
where
do,
you
like-
go to
which
do
is
that.
where you go,
Yeah.
I disintegrate.
and they
No.
dude. Hold on,
They
Also,
try
I'll
and break
read the
land
story.
speed records there, but it's
It's insane.
Have you ever seen
It's
that car that
incredibly
looks
flat there.
Have you ever seen that car that looks like a bullet penis? That's
Yeah.
like all black.
yeah.
And
was talking
they
about
take it out of the salt flats, and it's a jet car that goes like 1,000 miles per hour. Like,
Yeah, but if there's anything that goes wrong with that shit while you're going 1,000 miles per hour, you are
You're
dead
gone.
immediately. Anything over
You won't even feel it. Yeah,
even
you'll be
300
gone.
miles an hour for us, like we do that in a quarter mile with like Top Fuel. They go 300. I think the world record is like 343 miles per hour in a quarter mile. And like if something were to go wrong at that speed, even with the roll cage and everything, that dude's fucked. Like
300. I mean, oh my god.
they
that's
make
so
their
fast.
roll cages and everything like super serious, but nah, that dude's
It
fucked.
doesn't matter. It's kind of almost
What?
just for show.
So what
okay,
happens to him?
so this jump has been like canceled and rescheduled like 3 times at this point, and finally, dude's like I said, like in his 40s, almost 50.
Bless you.
And he's like becoming kind of manic and crazy about it. He's like, I can absolutely do this. He's talking like narcissistic god complex type thing where he's like kind of scaring everybody, and a bunch of people on the production team are like, we don't think this guy should do the jump. The last jump he did, he fucking wrecked and broke like his collarbone and some ribs and shit.
Evil Knievel's like, yeah, you're not gonna do
Evil
it.
Knievel's like, you're gonna die. So they bring in
God, if
this
Evil
other
Knie-
stunt
if
man
Evil
that was
Knievel
like,
told me that I was gonna die, I would be like, yeah, I'm not doing it.
they bring in this younger guy that was like his protege, this guy that like always looked up to him. He's like carrying a picture of him in like his wallet and like his journal and like shows people all the time.
Oh my
So they bring
God.
in like this guy's like sidekick basically.
And that dude dies.
to do it for him to do the stunt.
That is what happens.
No.
So the dude goes up. It's not easy to find, but a picture of this ramp. I kind of need you guys to see this ramp. Ken Carter St. Lawrence River jump.
Just use mine. The banana coal eater.
Fucking, they bring in this dude's replacement, which is like the
To the
dude
right.
that just idolizes the guy that was supposed to do the jump. So
What would I?
Ken Carter St. Lawrence River ramp. El Call. I mean, Kenny Powers, that was the name of the guy who fucking did it. Yeah, the picture's not... Oh, there, scroll down a little bit. That's the fucking ramp.
That's fucking huge.
What in the fuck?
That's Ken Carter. That's the guy that was supposed to do it.
That's a skyscraper.
And
So-
then scroll up a little bit. Scroll up. So that's the. Oh,
That the
that's
car?
the car.
That's one of the cars that he used for his jumps in the past. That's not the
Okay.
exact car that they used for that. The one that, like, if you scroll up a little bit, right there, the one with the wings sticking out of the side. And
Those wings are tiny.
yeah. The whole thing's hilarious. There's a documentary about this called The Devil on Your Heels.
Those wings are pathetic.
Trey's like, the wings are tiny.
There's an... This is why I want to tell you guys this story, because it's fucking amazing.
Okay, because this whole time I'm imagining he sticks biplane wings on the
Yeah.
car.
Wait, is that the
No.
ramp right there?
He's like, all
That's
I
the ramp.
need,
That's
bro,
the ramp.
all I need is just
And
a
that's
little
the
bit
car?
of
That's
wing.
the car. We can actually watch the we probably shouldn't on stream because somebody
No.
dies.
No, we can
Oh.
watch it like us.
Yeah.
We can watch
Yeah.
it if we
Um,
want to.
but
Go to the YouTube. Like, click on the one that's the
in the middle right there.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And then go to the watch. Yeah.
So this is when he was jumping a lake. This
Stop.
is not the same.
Have it. Okay.
Good God Almighty, that's so fast.
It's still a big ass ramp though.
Really? You're gonna tease us like
Fuck
that?
you,
with that little
video.
cutout?
We've been edged.
Anyway, so Kenny Powers ends up being the guy who jumps and does this.
Oh.
I think this was from his.
Wee! Oh,
Holy.
disintegrates.
Fucked up immediately.
Yeah.
Yep, just completely fucking disintegrates.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no, this is.
What even just happened?
So I was wrong. This isn't even the different one. This is a different ramp that this guy actually did. This is where he broke like several bones. The ramp where he tries to jump the river is even crazier. The car immediately fucking lands upside down. So Kenny Powers ends up doing the jump. He only makes it to like 200 and some miles per hour instead of like the expected 600 to make this jump. The car ends up overshooting a little bit actually.
Wow.
Hold on, go back.
Lands
that
upside down and
Maybe?
instantly kills the guy.
Oh well,
It
yeah.
lands
Yeah.
upside down.
Lands
Ugh.
upside down.
Did he do it at
cartoonishly.
night? Oh, it doesn't even have wings in that, so that can't be it.
No.
I am misremembering some details.
Oh, this is a lake.
I
You
was
said a river.
misremembering some details about Jessie Combs. She wasn't on the Salt Flats.
The Devil on Your Heels. It's a documentary from like the 1980s. I know it's impossible when you're talking about a documentary to be like, you should watch this, and then to get anybody to watch it, but you should watch this documentary.
I feel like I know this, actually.
So
It's like if Evel Knievel actually did the Grand Canyon fucking jump.
Yeah.
It's that, but this guy has his stand-in do it, and the guy dies. It's-
he jumped the fountain
Yeah.
at Kings Island.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's like a big part of Kings Island. It's like, this happened here. It was a part of the 50th anniversary fucking drones, man.
Here's the.
They made
oh,
Evel
yeah.
Knievel
Oh,
on
I
a
guess that is the
motorcycle.
jump. Yeah.
Well, he was fucked immediately.
How 80s.
Yeah. So
the
he
808s.
doesn't meet the fucking speed that they need to, or that they thought they were going to. The car flips upside down immediately, and he's just like dead. Especially like.
Because what,
There.
the G-forces crushed him or some shit?
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
Big old dead.
600 miles per hour in a fucking Lincoln Continental?
That is the thing. You
All
might
right.
be able to do this in a new car.
Like, he just needed to wait.
If
a
you
few
needed a
decades.
2024.
It
Car
just completely
disintegrates.
came to pieces.
Yeah.
Once it hit, like,
That's a chassis now. That's not even a car.
Yeah. The tires flew off.
That's the
once
skeleton.
Once it hit
Holy
friction.
crap.
Because
Yeah.
when it's on the ground, you're not getting a
That's
lot of
the
friction.
lake he thought he was gonna
Yeah,
jump
you
to.
lose all aerodynamics once the
Oh,
car
dude.
goes.
Yeah, once it got, oh my god.
It went.
Yeah, like
As soon as it did that, that's when
look
he
how
died.
far he thought he was gonna make it too. Like
Oh my
What?
god.
How did he think
He almost
would
landed
land?
like back on shore.
Did he think he would land? Even when he hit the ground, he would have hit the ground too hard. I don't
oh,
even
have you ever
understand.
seen like Starsky and Hutch where they go over the huge fucking like hill in the road and then the whole front end of the car like smashes them? They went through like the production of Starsky and Hutch. You might know this
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
They went through like what 80 of those cars and people were pissed off at them because they like
I think it was 83.
83.
83.
Didn't they go through quite a few for Dukes of Hazzard too?
yeah
Mhm.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Because they were trying to get the right shot, and yeah, people were pissed off because like that was like a.
They just
They
kept
used-
demolishing that car.
They used actual cars though, like
Yeah.
it like
So
that year like car, and people were pissed the fuck off because they
Yeah.
were like, you keep destroying these fucking cars that people could actually own.
yeah.
Before we move on from this, I do want to point out that like I'm glad you caught on to the part of the story that I thought was the most funny was the cute little tiny wings on the car.
Like, what?
I do love that. Immediately he was like, "These wings are too small." Like,
It's a great
Hey
documentary.
guys,
He was like, it needs wings, but not that much.
does size matter?
in this point, yes.
Did that motherfucker fly or no?
I mean, but it like immediately
went
when it hit
Yep.
when it hit
Yeah.
friction. That's what I'm saying. Like when you're driving on the road and when he's hitting the ramp, there's not a lot of friction. But the moment that he got off that ramp and the entire car
Was
hit
fucking-
friction, it just disintegrated.
Yeah, cars weren't made to be aerodynamic this way.
Yeah, no, when you hear
You know?
the guy...
Even
It's
this
just
way.
all that fucking wind just go.
In the documentary, when the guy who's made the wings is talking about it, he's like, yeah, the wings will work.
No.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm just a wing guy." That's-
Exactly.
They're like,
Yeah.
That is
they're picking up the rubble and the wings are still intact, and the guy's like, I fucking told you. Like,
that is the vibe of the interview with the guy who made the wings.
Fucking told
He's
you.
like, I don't know, I just work here. I do wings.
I know.
He said, I told the guy it wouldn't work, but
Listen,
I make
listen.
wings, so I had
He
to make them.
If he can get it at the exact angle, okay, and exactly the right speed, his wings will fucking work, man.
yeah, wings will work.
I know the wings will work.
There's literally a line in the interview where he goes like, I don't know about the car.
But the wings are wings.
The car part, that's not my department.
The wings be winging.
I don't know about the car, but I know about the fucking wings, though.
The wings will work.
All right.
And then he was like, I told you the wings.
So I had a few things wrong. Her name was Jessie Combs.
Yeah.
Jessie Combs died in a crash after attempting to break the land speed record in the Alvord Desert in Oregon on August 27th, 2019. This wasn't that fucking long ago. Her jet-powered car clocked a record speed of 522.783 miles per hour.
Fuck.
Which we've also, somebody's beaten that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 600 something. Like, the land speed record is like, I think 638 now.
Yeah.
So somebody beat that, but yeah.
She has the female land speed record. Miss Combs' car crashed due to a mechanical failure of the front wheel, which was most likely
that's
caused
fucked.
from
Aw.
striking an object in the desert.
Oh.
Oh, that's how, like, when you're in space in, like, orbit, and they're like, if you
Even
get
the
hit by,
tiniest.
like, a speck of sand, you're fucked.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's going
The
15,000
current
miles
land
an
speed
hour.
record is 763.035
Female land speed record?
miles per hour.
So they only beat it by a tiny
That
bit.
is the I looked up what the land speed record is. Let me look
Not
up the female, because I'm
Because she specifically set the female land speed record. Harney County Sheriff's Office said the wheel failure happened when the car was moving at a speed nearing 550 miles an hour. Combs' cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma to the head.
I mean,
The vehicle also did immediately burst into flames, though.
yeah, I mean,
Oh.
That's what I meant by she just disintegrated. Like,
Yeah.
the car went skirt, crash, crunch, flames.
Is there
Yeah.
a video of that?
Like,
Jesse Combs.
no.
Bro.
Jessie Combs.
when did it
Okay,
happen?
she still holds
The
the
female land speed
the
record.
female land speed record
There's
is.
got to be a video of that.
That was only 5
is-
years
Oh,
ago.
you want me to show you?
Oh,
I can show you.
There's gotta
2019. It was only 5 years ago.
What's her name?
Jessie Combs. Jessi Combs.
be. I love shit like this because it's like you don't need to do it, but we are driven to
Humans
do
are
it.
just like, how fast can we go? Let's just go fast.
Jessi.
But now the land speed record is 763. She went 5.
There's literally a part in that documentary where they're talking to the producers and people who were involved with like making the stunt happen who wanted to see it happen because there was like money on the line where they're like the film and the daylight is burning out and they're like just make them jump.
Why
They're
not?
like pressuring them to like do it before it's safe.
Yeah.
They're interviewing one of those guys and the guy was like, at the end of the day, as I got older and like as I look back on it now, I realized like all we were doing it for was a starvation for popularity. And it was like there's something so deep about a guy who was just in it for the money at the time being like, I just wanted to be seen. And the guy who was doing the stunt was like, I just need to be seen. And then he fucking has to stand and die for him. And it's the guy who died ended up being the guy who looked up to this guy who was the reason he did it to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy story.
He got his biggest fan killed by accident.
And his biggest fan wanted to do it. So it's like not even... Like there's a tragedy to it, but
Yeah.
one that I can't really place any real blame
Yeah,
on
because
anybody
he is an
for.
adult.
Yeah. Everybody consented to it. And it's like just a thing we do.
Dear Slim.
It's like
Yeah.
Roadrunner. It's like Roadrunner.
Yeah. I'm amazed you haven't seen this shit before, because like they do this all the fucking, maybe not all the time, but I've seen a bunch of videos of them in like just fucking jet cars out on the salt flats, being like, let's see how fast we can go.
Well, that was just a regular video.
Unfortunately, it happens so fast that you can't even see it happen.
Yeah, she's called the fastest woman.
But your story reminded me of a story about this one guy who was in debt. So for some reason, he decided to enter this boat race, and the reward, it was like I don't know, maybe it was like around the world in a fucking.
That's the one you just watched.
It just in a one-man boat, like maybe a sailboat or something. It was something really hard, and this guy has no sailing experience.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, I can win this because I'm really smart. I'm an engineer or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So he builds the specs for a boat, and then he has someone build it, and then a more experienced guy takes a look at it and he's like, that boat's fucking terrible.
That boat's bad.
Yeah.
That's not going to get you anywhere. He's
You
like,
don't know what you're doing.
but he's already spent money building the boat, and now he's deeper in debt, and he has to do this now. And he's like, I have to do this. So he gets into the race. Immediately, everything's going wrong for him, and he's like, I'm way behind. I'm not going to win this race. I'm in debt. I'm in critical debt. Like, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And then like crazy things happen, like the guy in first place loses or just gets disqualified or some shit. He's like, okay, there's still hope. And the guy in second place, something happens to him, he dies or something. He's like, okay, there's still hope. And then like a guy in third place makes it, and he's still like way off course or something. And then he just starts losing his mind. He's like, I can't go back home. I'm in too deep now, and I'm on the ocean. Like and he never comes back.
He gets taken by the idea that he's like,
That's literally Lost.
It's like, yeah.
I finished Lost all the way through, by the way. So confusing.
It's kind of trippy. I don't remember most of it.
So somebody put Lost in like actual chronological order, because the problem with Lost is it goes bounce back, bounce forward, bounce back, bounce forward, and it gets muddy and you get lost in the plot. And I need to watch it in chronological order now. But that's literally what happens to a dude, is he's like, oh, I'm in love with your daughter, and then the dad's like, no, you're good for nothing, fuck you. And then the dad has like this race around the world thing, and he goes on it on a boat, and then ends up on that island because he's lost. That's the entire.
So how does a plane crash happen?
Desmond doesn't get off the island until, I think he's one of the Oceanic Six, actually. He's one of the people that gets off the island.
So when does a plane crash happen?
That's not
between
It's-
time.
It's
That's not
something
the
about
beginning.
the island. Yeah.
That's not the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
Like, the island.
Okay, I don't fucking care, and I don't want to go through the whole
Yeah.
fucking
It's way too
chronological
much.
shit
It's-
of
No,
Lost,
the
alright?
plane crash happened
Not about it.
3
Dude, it's
years
nuts.
after Desmond got there. He was locked in the
The
bunker.
button room.
Yeah, he was locked in the bunker for 3 years
gotta press
until
the-
the plane
press the
crashed.
I don't care.
I was gonna say though
You
that
asked.
But
You
No.
literally asked.
anyways,
No,
the
but
guy.
I should have. I should
guy
have.
on the
plane
boat.
crash happened 3
you
years
just
after he got there.
surrender to the sea.
He-
Because,
yeah.
like it's almost like
God damn it.
it's accepting killing yourself
What? They're
and
not talking
shedding
about
your life
Talking about
and
something
becoming.
completely
Nah,
new
now we're a
somewhere
Lost
else, 'cause, like,
podcast.
the pressure of everything. I think everybody feels that in some way, but to like actually get to the point where you're just like out on the ocean and it's like giving you the opportunity to be like, you're out on the ocean.
It's like at every step of the way, some voice in his head was telling him just to turn back now. Like you've gone too far, but you still have your life.
even like design.
But then he got to the point where he barely even like had
And in
a
the
life.
end,
Even-
it never even mattered.
at the point of
Yeah.
like designing the boat and the guy being like, that's a bad design. That holy shit.
He tried so hard, and he got
Holy
so far.
shit.
But in the end,
It doesn't
didn't
even
really-
matter.
didn't really matter.
Fuck you.
She said the 2 words, and I was like,
That was so good you derailed me. You deboated me. Fucking no, but the point where like the engineer was like, or no, the guy that knows boats told the engineer like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, was the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
That was the moment of no return where he should have been like, No, but I'm already in too deep. I'm committed, and then you're in too deep, and then you're in too deep, and
And then
then
you're in-
there's a point
yes.
of no fucking return.
Yes.
And it's almost like
I'm in too deep. I didn't know
you son of a bitch.
I tried. Listen, I even held myself back. She did it. Okay.
There is a moment though where like you are in so deep that it becomes a point of no return. And there's something beautiful. It's almost like a painting of like you're in the ocean at the point of no return, and then you just go, "Well, I live in the ocean now."
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
But
I'm
he
a pirate, yar!
he keeps a journal, and he just slowly loses his mind due to isolation and stress and pressure. Like,
Did he see
I'm pretty sure
any
they don't
mermaids?
even find his body.
Because
Like,
that's
oh,
totally
shit.
the lore of mermaids. Is like men were lost at sea
Oh,
for
a
so
siren?
long that they
Yeah.
lost their minds and started envisioning pretty women out in the
That makes
ocean,
sense.
so
Wait,
they'd
so-
swim to their death.
So did they find the boat in his journal?
Yeah.
But they didn't find him.
Dude's so horny
Yeah.
they
He
jump
jumped off.
overboard and are
He
just
jumped-
swimming
yeah,
with
he
hard
jumped off.
dicks,
He jumped off
like
the boat.
rudders.
Like rudders.
That dude jumped off the boat.
Yeah.
100%. That dude went insane, jumped off the boat, and was like, "Fuck this boat.
I'm sorry, Wilson.
I'm gonna live in the sea."
God damn.
Is what his thought
But we
process
still
was.
haven't found
and then
Amelia Earhart. Fishy. Fishy.
She's,
They.
But fishy.
didn't they find her bones on an island?
They did say that they might have found her plane. Might have, and that was years ago, and then nothing came of it.
That
so
was on
probably
She's
not.
they
That was on
either
Lost
she either
too, if you would've
crashed
watched it
on an
with me.
island and died there,
I gotta pee.
or she crashed. There's also a
not
conspiracy
allowed
theory
to.
that
Yeah,
she
make sure you turn
crashed.
that off.
That's too bad.
We're doing a podcast, dude.
Did they ever find Malaysian Airlines? Anyway.
That she crashed like near
573.
near on
No,
Japan,
actually,
and they took her as a prisoner and just never said anything.
that
Flight
that is
108?
also a huge possibility, which is the sad part with that.
Shout out to anybody that knew that fucking reference. Flight 108.
What is that?
Come on, man. You know it's in there. You've seen them all. It is a 5-movie series.
5 movie.
5
What?
movies. Flight 108. It's the first movie.
Flight 108.
You said I've seen them. I've seen all 5 movies.
Yeah. What? The 5th one happens at a racetrack.
What's our next movie?
Oh, Final Destination.
Final Destination, baby.
I have not.
Flight 108.
I've not.
Final
seen all of them?
Destination.
Nope.
Final Destination made me scared of the world for
Everything.
way too long.
I think I've only seen one Final Destination.
The
I
one on
know.
the racetrack.
I know the racetrack, and I don't actually, to be completely honest with you, I don't even think that I've seen them. I think I've
Yeah.
seen clips of them
Yeah.
because I know the racetrack one. I
One's
know
pretty
the logging one because that's like.
Oh
embedded in
yeah,
our
that
brains.
is that's. The
I also know the-
second one.
Yeah. I also know the escalator one.
That's still the second. Oh no, that's the 5th.
I know the escalator one.
That's the
I've
fifth.
seen clips, but have not actually seen the movies.
Oh, I even
So
had
no.
the DVD version of the one where you could choose when people die, and I saved them all and made the movie boring.
Ew, I hate you. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I like Bandersnatch so much. He was like, dude, is this a 6-hour long movie? And I was like, no, it's a choose your own adventure. So like
Oh.
you have to pick. And yeah, it could take you up to 6 hours. If you go through
Oh, we killed him immediately.
if you
Hold on.
Malaysia?
I
if
shouldn't
you-
say me.
Shut the fuck up.
I killed them
I was
immediately.
continuing my joke.
If you go through every single possible outcome of that movie,
They
it
still
will
die.
take you up to 6 hours. It'll take you up to 6 hours.
They still die though.
Spoilers.
Bandersnatch?
Yeah. They still die though.
No.
No, you can.
No.
No, there was one where he went to prison for killing his dad.
Yeah,
There's one where he died.
I immediately, because I will say me, because she showed it to me and then she was like, I'll let
Yeah,
you choose. And
during
so
the-
I chose and I
during the
immediately
acid
killed
trip.
him.
During the acid trip, you had him kill himself instead of
Oh,
the other
yeah!
guy. And then
Jumped off the ledge.
Yeah, jumped
Yeah.
off the balcony
Immediately.
of like, his apartment.
And then I was like, okay, let's go back.
You
and
also
then
had him fight his therapist, which was really funny.
Did you guys
that
ever...
scene was awesome, by the
Immaculate.
way. That was like
Immaculate.
the videography
Oh,
masterpiece.
yeah.
That fight scene was fucking
It's
amazing.
phenomenal.
Did you guys ever do the Choose Your Own Adventure books where it would be like flip back to page
Yeah.
52?
Yeah, I love those books.
Yeah.
The closest
Yeah.
I ever got was Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
And that's not even Choose Your Own Adventure. It was one of those like flip back and forth, and
Yeah.
it was like a flip book.
Yes.
R.L.
I
Stein,
did.
the guy who did
Yeah.
Goosebumps, had a few like choose your own horror adventure books that were a lot of fucking fun. My problem with them though is I always get mad that like it's like choose your own, but then there's still a writer behind it that's like he came up with like 8 endings, and it's
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
shut
still
up! You were like, it's still
fucking-
not my adventure.
like it still bothers me because like I'm like give me. I almost need like
Infinite
AI
endings.
to be developed faster and better. Because
Bro,
right now
you
it
want
sucks.
that perfect immersive sim.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Me thinking about reading those choose your own adventure books was in this house.
Yeah,
Yeah. Up in like the spare bedroom now. Like
I fucking love
when I
those
think
books.
about reading those books, I think about reading it in that room.
Yeah, those are fun. I miss those.
Yeah.
Captain Underpants, that awoke
I-
the flip book
the
memory.
flip book.
I do
Where
remember.
the book taught you how to, and then
Yeah.
there was a whole plot point that Harold would do the flip books, or was it the other
And
one?
then we all wanted to make flip books out of sticky note pads in school.
There's people who are fucking amazing. That's a whole fucking TikTok category of people who are amazing at flip books.
Mm-hmm. I know, I passed a few. the other day.
Yeah.
The one of the spider, like, yeeting its kid to Michael Jackson. A kid is not my son. Oh!
Blanket.
I was trying to go through my notes, and this is what my notes said.
Oh,
It's-
you reminded me. I also. had
It's
a-
comedy notes,
I had
and
a
then
note.
it says, this is verbatim what it says. Women's work week in construction and how I would be an asshole. Move into being an asshole to my girlfriend.
What?
I swear to God, that's exactly what it says.
Are you drunk?
What does that mean?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. This was also from, hold on. This is also from February.
Okay.
This is 2/27.
That was
So we might have talked about this already.
That was around the time you started being an asshole.
I mean, I just don't know, like...
I don't know where I saved
It
this.
was
Never
all
mind.
planned.
It was all planned, man.
I don't
The
know.
call is coming from inside the house.
It is.
The asshole is inside the house. I'm
The
inside your
asshole
asshole.
is coming from inside the house.
It's hilarious. Anywho,
Did you guys ever watch that movie, the modern remake of it's I forget exactly what it's called, but it's like the babysitter goes over to the house, the parents leave, and then a murderer shows up.
no.
And then it's literally the famous "the call is coming from inside the house." It's
No.
like she calls the
Oh,
cops,
the original.
and the cops like,
The cops are like, bro.
well, the
He's in there.
She calls the cops at first, and they're like, "We'll get back to you." And then they call back later, and she's already been chased around the house a bunch by like weird noises and shit, and she's like panicking. And then the cops finally call back. She gets to the phone, and she's like, and they're like, the call was coming from inside the house, and she's like, I fucking know, like.
I fucking know.
You
It's
dumbass!
the whole like plot of the movie, and when I went to the movie theater to like watch the movie, because it's a modern remake of a like a known classic.
It's great.
So like we went to go watch I went with my stepmom. We're sitting in the movie theater and they're like building it up to the line we already know, and then they say the line and we're like, we fucking know.
We know.
Everybody in the movie theater almost booed, like you could feel the energy.
I got really mad at watching Paranormal Activity.
I was just recently thinking I need to go back and binge the whole. There's
Dude,
like 6 of them now.
We
right?
watched,
Like,
yeah, we watched them. We watched the first one like
They
in
don't
movie
get
theaters.
any
And
1 through 3 I enjoyed.
no, I didn't enjoy it, and here's why. We watched it in the movie theater,
Yeah.
and like you know how in the first movie, the door just like creaks open a little bit. Just
What movie?
Just Paranormal Activity.
Oh, yeah.
It just creaks open, just a little bit. It just moves, you know, just a little bit. You don't even get a sound with it. It just moves.
I make the sound in my head when it happens on screen.
Fucking dumbass little fucking
That was a good
girls down in front scream their head off.
It's always how
Because
it
the door
is.
moved.
Because the door.
All right, this is coming from a man who saw a can move across the table and went.
I mean, fuck you for that, alright? Like, that shit was in front of my eyes, alright? That was real life shit, alright? That scared the fuck out of me, okay?
Paranormal activity.
That was real paranormal.
But we're
activity.
watching a movie, though. Like, it's a movie. We know that shit's gonna go down. And they screamed at the door moving, and then, like, everything after that, they screamed at. But it was like...
You know why Paranormal Activity was awesome? It reminded you, because that was around the same time that on YouTube there were those ghost caught on tape videos.
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like, an hour-long version of that.
Yeah.
I still get that shit on my TikTok, dude. I still get that
One
shit.
of my favorites of all time is real life demons caught on tape.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like hands coming from the
Oh,
ceiling and
yeah,
shit.
it's so bad, but
No.
it's good.
It looks great,
Yeah.
but it's also clearly fake.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I get that shit. No. Here's what I get on my TikTok. It's like real life demon, and then it wastes 2 minutes of my time because
Oh.
nothing fucking happens at all.
It'll be like an
debate
orb.
videos.
It's
It's an orb.
100%
I was
debate
just about to say
videos.
that.
And I sit there for like 2 minutes, and you're just watching like
I get those,
a
but for,
wall.
I get those, but for like,
And that's kind of it.
Fucked up.
With like a kid like playing, you know, it's like real life demon caught on camera, and I'm just watching this kid play for 2 minutes.
Sometimes there are ones that are clearly fake but so well edited, you're like, I respect that.
I have seen some shit that's been like, if he
That's what I'm
edits,
talking about. Where,
Yeah.
like it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But also that didn't happen.
Ever see the one with the little Asian girl getting a hairbrush and she turns around, looks in the mirror, and when she looks
Yes.
forward, the
Yeah.
reflection's still looking at her?
yes, I
That
have.
was classic.
I've seen some ones on TikTok, and like this dude, I don't know what the fuck he does, but like there's one that I've watched where like shit will just
I
like
don't know what the fuck he does.
spawn from like the ceiling.
What?
Yeah, and it's weird because like I've even slowed it down. I even saved the video to my phone and
Is
like
it the guy
slowed
with
it
the
down.
doll?
No,
Maybe
that's a
not.
different one. I was just about to talk about that one. Hold on, I'll get there. But no, this dude, it's like a couple, and like
Not a throuple?
but like shit will like spawn from the ceiling and then just like drop onto the floor, and he'll be sitting there like playing a game or something on
That's
his
the
computer.
weirdest
and then
ghost
it'll just
activity
fucking,
I've ever
like,
heard.
Shit will just like pop out. I've even
So the shit that I dropped that disappears that's popping up at this guy's ceiling, probably?
That's what I'm starting to wonder. And then there is the one with the doll, where like the dude is like the doll is. Yeah.
Is this the
Yeah,
catacombs
is that
guy?
what you're doing?
God damn it!
Yeah.
Why is my phone doing this?
He's going. And he can't fucking figure it out.
Oh, is this the catacombs guy?
No,
Oh, no.
But it's the
okay.
hands coming from the
Oh,
ceiling.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the classic. I remember watching this at like 12 years old and thinking, okay, this is for sure fake, but why am I still scared?
Why
Yeah.
am I still scared?
When it goes black and then he goes back to the corner, and there's more fucking hands.
Ew,
The
the
little
little
hands
baby
under
hands
the-
under the door. They're all the same.
Yeah, this is somebody who was like clearly in college and playing around with video editing, but
They put a lot of work
I
in.
wonder if I can find the.
the eyeball. I forgot about the eyeball.
You ever seen the catacombs video? That's actually a real video. That's actually
The catacomb shit?
Yeah.
guy was just lost in the cat. Actually, we don't know.
I went
The-
through
the
the,
history behind
rabbit
it is a
hole of the
mystery.
catacombs, dude.
Yeah.
It's a video of a guy running down, through the catacombs, and the camera just drops. And that tape was found. So whoever recorded it originally,
Who
they're
knows?
fucking gone.
Yeah. As above, so below.
I was
That
just
fucking
about to say
movie.
that.
Yeah.
Like, I know we've talked about
Yeah.
it. Trey,
No.
have you seen it?
It's
Nope.
about the Paris catacombs.
Do yourself a fucking favor. As Above, So Below is an indie film that somebody made, and wasn't it one shot?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The Descent has made me afraid of going
It's-
underground at any point.
It's kind of reminiscent of The Descent. Yeah. A little
Dude.
more, like, mystical, like, Lovecraftian horror type things going on.
That's even better.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like, it's shittily filmed on purpose because it's supposed to be like, number one, old. It's supposed to be found footage, and it's supposed to be like somebody took it into the catacombs.
It's
and,
also
like,
a little
recorded
bit
it.
like heist movie, like
Ooh.
assemble a
Yeah.
like ragtag squad of people together that
Yeah.
like everybody's like got something on the line So while they're going down there, there's stakes, and like this is a
Cool.
group of people who like have a past and a history with each other,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
and it's like one last final fucking gig, and then
Hurrah.
they'll be done. But then
Going
it's-
down into the Paris catacombs.
Yeah.
Jesus.
it's very good.
Have you ever seen The Descent?
Maybe.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie because it just straight up how good it is at being scary. Like, it's so fucking horrifying.
And
Is
it's
that the one about getting lost in the mountains and then finding cave people, or is that
That's
As
The
Above,
Hills
So Below?
Have Eyes.
yeah, no,
The Hills
it's
Have Eyes.
about cave diving.
Yeah. It's a team of girls. They go cave diving. They're like, hey, there's this
an
uncharted cave
all-female movie.
system. Let's go check it out. And they go check it out. There's people that have been living down there for so long. They're cave people. They're pale. They're blind. They have crazy sense of hearing, and they eat,
People.
they eat people.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
Batmans.
And the way they
Batman.
the way they revealed is so cool. Like they get lost. First of all, they get fucked up. They fall down a hole or something.
it's super claustrophobic.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a scene where they're
I think that's
they're
where
stuck.
most of the fear comes from.
They're stuck
honestly.
in like a really tight crawl space for a long time.
yeah.
They finally get out.
As above, so below.
They finally get out, and there's like this release of tension, but then they're just in this open, like dark, watery space, and then there's just these pale beings there with
Okay,
them.
no, I haven't seen that one.
It's fucking awesome.
I think it was me and actually Joanna's dad that got into like indie film
Yeah.
stuff like As Above, So Below.
I really enjoyed that movie until about the last like 15-ish minutes, and then it kind of lost me a little bit, but I
Yeah.
still really appreciate what it was doing.
You had to take it for what it was.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. Is like you couldn't really compare it to like these high budget Hollywood films. It was a little tiny indie film.
I like the
And you
way
had to
they
take it for
played
what
with
it
the
was.
I like
lore
movies.
of what they were
You don't like
talking about
movies?
too.
I don't
Yeah.
really like most movies either, but
I
the
like
movies
movies.
I like, I love, man.
Nah, I don't like movies.
Shutter Island is amazing.
Nah, that movie sucked.
You
You.
We have
so-
video proof that that is
Lost
the.
your
I
mind.
did actually.
Into that.
It made me question every other movie that I've ever watched.
The fact that like me and Trey were the only people that had watched it
I'd
in
seen
the
it
past.
before.
No, in the past like couple years.
Oh yeah.
I had just rewatched it like not that long ago.
Yeah.
Like randomly because I was like, oh, they put Shutter Island on fucking Hulu. I'm
Fuck
watching it, and I had seen it like maybe 6 months before we watched it, and then that's your favorite movie. You've
Yeah.
dissected it beginning to end, backwards,
Oh
forwards.
yeah.
And then I was just staring at both of you because you were like, I kind of remember it, and then he was like, I've never seen it, so I was like,
I was so
Wait
excited.
for
But then we
it.
were talking about like the water, like when he's like interviewing the people, and like how she like there was points where like she didn't even have a cup in her
Nope.
hand
Yeah.
and shit like that. I even saw that shit, but still it didn't click in my head. But I was just like, that was
he
weird.
put the perfect clues in front of you for you to be like, okay, there's something going on, but not for you to be like, to pick up what it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's
And I
awesome.
fucking
And it's still
hate
to
it.
this day.
That
like,
movie's terrible.
The ending is still the ending is still so hotly debated that like people still argue about the outcome of whether like Teddy was crazy or not.
Yeah.
Whether or not like he was.
I think it's pretty clear.
there's
though.
there's entire like YouTube
I'm pretty biased.
dissertations about like
He
how
is
actually
he's so
that was
deeply
his reality
traumatized.
and that was real.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
like
they're tripping.
there's like 3-hour long YouTube dissertations about like actually Teddy was he was a detective.
No way. He
Yeah.
was a detective, but he was wrong about what was happening on the island.
I watched like a 3-hour long thing about how like actually the movie is about how there are these like CIA like brainwashing programs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is
And
this
he
anybody that I would believe that would watch a 3-hour long YouTube video on something, it'd be this
I posted about
by
it
the
in the
way.
Discord, like our little private chat, where I was like, actually want to talk to Trey about this because this was like months ago now. After we watched the movie, I watched that video and was like, actually, this guy made some really good points. I want to talk. I'll have to go back through it.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember now. But yeah,
But he
How do you
made
get
it.
into that
watching
3-hour long.
because I get obsessed with topics and I like information and knowledge and I like thinking.
Thank God, because I watch long form YouTube content too,
Yeah.
and like that shit is awesome.
I mean, I'll sit there and watch a tournament that'll be 3 hours hours long.
I mean, I watch dumb shit that wastes my time too.
She made me watch all the shit about Five
Nights at Freddy's, baby.
Yeah.
I know all the lore about
It's
Five Nights
such
at Freddy's.
Really?
deep
Like, yeah.
and good lore.
I could talk to you
Yeah.
about Elden Ring until you want to murder me.
The
Yeah.
story
I already
behind
do.
Five
So-
Nights at Freddy's is it's so deep. It's so deep. And just the thought of like Scott Cawthon had that in there.
Yeah.
Like
It's a little crazy.
he mapped every
Nah, it's
single part of that out before the first game was even released.
That dude's crazy.
And that is insane.
He's got some problems.
That's insane. He's definitely got some fucking
100%.
problems. He's hiding bodies in his basement.
Did
But
you
like
see the movie?
I'm pretty sure that one of you said that you
Yes.
would buy.
We watched it with
Elden
Avi.
Ring for me. I
It
think
was a
I'm
little
ready.
too scary for her.
yeah.
Are you ready?
Well,
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
okay.
You're ready.
Yeah.
Well,
I have some extra cash.
She liked it
right
a lot
now.
after we
Yeah.
got out of the theater
Well,
and we talked
okay.
to her about it.
the animatronics were the good guys in that fucking movie.
Yeah, but then it turns
What?
out that like
Controller or a mouse and keyboard?
okay, so the
What do you mean? How should you play?
Separate combo.
You should play
the
controller.
animatronics, yeah,
Definitely controller.
they ended up being, but it turned out there was like a murderer who was like
What do you
murdering
think?
children and putting their bodies in the animatronics. Like,
Elden Ring.
that she's old enough to
They're
understand
still talking about Five
that.
Nights at Freddy.
Well, hold on.
No, it's all right.
The because you were like, what when you found out that the robots weren't the bad guys?
Yeah.
So a crazy old guy was like putting children's souls into the robots,
Oh.
and the robots aren't actually evil; they just want friends.
Oh my.
Yeah. 'Cause
they're
God,
kids.
that's
Because they're
just-
kids.
So it's just sad.
Except for
At the end of the movie,
It is kind of sad, yeah.
the serial killer guy shows up though, and like Avi was like crying at that because like it's a killer.
Which, by the way-
yeah,
Which, by the way, phone guy, Matthew Lillard.
yeah.
yeah.
Matthew Lillard.
Shaggy from the live action Scooby Doo movies.
No way.
Yeah.
The guy from Scream, Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Nice.
The
Horror icon, Matthew
all of the
Lillard.
He's
other
awesome.
ones are
Like, whew.
kids except for the Golden Bear, which is the actual guy, like from the store, right?
No. So
In the movie,
Let's
though.
go deep in Freddy Fazbear
no,
lore.
it wasn't Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy is 100% a phantom. Like, there's not even a body in Golden Freddy. Golden
Oh,
Freddy is just
okay.
a lump, like, that just sits around.
But the Freddy though.
Golden Bonnie. Golden Bonnie was the Springtrap suit that had
In the
guy in
movie?
it. Yep.
In the movie, Golden Bonnie.
Engineers this
No, I thought
suit
he was in the Bear.
with a spring trap in it that like you lay inside of it as if you're like getting inside
All
the suit.
four of them
But then the
are
animatronics
kids.
like
Golden
eat
Bonnie
you
is
and,
the
Yeah.
like pulverize
guy.
you until you're nothing but like your
I thought it was the bear.
Become the animatronic.
In the movie?
Oh my god.
Are you sure?
It's pretty
Awesome.
fucking dark for like a
I mean,
kid's movie.
if it-
I'm
I almost remember
pretty-
being mad about that. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure
I'm,
that
like, sitting
he's
there watching it
the
with my daughter,
bear
and I'm like,
in the movie.
what?
I'm just talking about the movie. I know in the
What
lore,
is happening?
he's
Should
Golden
the
Bonnie.
movie explain Golden Freddy a little more?
It's crazy. I feel like they used to touch on violence different in
Golden
kids'
Freddy
movies,
appears
and
in
there's
Five
a
Nights at
lot
Freddy's
more subtle about it in a way they could still
In
talk
the
about
because
these
we-
things, but
we-
you never,
you
like,
see him in the
ugh.
corner.
Hold on, I'm checking IMDb.
I mean, there's levels like Disney killed
Rare animatronic
Bambi
that haunts
and
Freddy Fazbear.
Bambi's
Fucking
mother
killed him.
in front of us.
In front of us.
Yeah, there's the scene in Fox and the Hound where like the hunter fights the bear, and like that's pretty fucking violent and dark. Disney again. So there's like throughout history,
All Dogs Go to Heaven is about death. It's
Yeah.
about being scared to die.
You want to hear some? Hold on. Because let's
I
talk
fucking
about
love that
All
movie.
Can we,
Dogs
hold
Go
on,
to Heaven.
hold on. No. Can
That
we stick
movie-
on one topic first?
It's
Yeah,
really
wait,
quick.
we're being
I'd actually like to talk
scatterbrained.
about All Dogs Go to Heaven too.
It's really quick. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Let me make y'all extra sad. The
Great.
girl that plays.
Oh,
No,
don't
no,
even,
no,
I know
no,
this.
don't
I
even,
know
no,
this, I
no,
know
we
this.
don't,
We all
This
no,
already
we
is
don't,
so sad.
no, we don't, we
We
don't,
don't need this.
we don't need that.
This is
No, we
so
do not.
sad.
Okay, do you remember
No.
the ending scene?
Because she got killed by her fucking
Yes.
dad, and the dude, she recorded that voice, and then got killed by her dad, and so the dude that
I'm gonna
is
need a
voicing the
drink.
dog is like, he had to do like 87 takes of that because he
he
kept
kept
fucking crying because he was listening to the last time that her
You know
voice
what's-
was fucking recorded.
That movie fucked me up as a child, dude.
And then
Yeah,
learning that later
I
on,
love that movie, but
No.
it made me
No,
it
stop.
made me cry. And then knowing
No, stop.
that now, that's
no, stop. Yeah,
That's going on the list.
Did you
No,
see it?
stop. No,
Did
no,
you guys
it's
see
not.
it's like
No,
they
it's
just
not.
spread trauma throughout all of
yeah.
children, throughout all of America.
Have you guys
yeah.
seen the sequel?
No,
There's a sequel?
Yeah.
my
I don't need that.
Fucking God.
Hold on.
don't
Okay,
need-
hold on.
You
I
haven't
might
seen
have seen it.
All Dogs Go to Heaven too?
You need to see the sequel.
I might have seen it. I might have blocked it out. What happens?
I don't even remember exactly what
Because I barely
happens.
remember
we
the
take
first
it from
one.
like
I
we,
blocked
we,
it out.
we take it from like here, and then we go to like the ceiling,
No.
like there
It's as if they knew that they had done the trauma,
already.
and then just tell another story that reinforces the underlying story that was already told.
They
They're
said,
like,
"Fuck
They're
you
like,
to
while
your
the
trauma."
wound is still open.
it's about
Yeah, 100%.
as if the first movie wasn't about already going to hell, as if like that wasn't the counterpoint to everything
golden
goes to heaven. They go to
Golden
hell
Freddy
in the
is
second
in the
movie.
but the killer is Golden Body.
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch it.
When they
Yeah.
show the last scene, or like one of the last scenes,
All
he's
right, we're back
Golden
to
Bonnie.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
One major action Golden Freddy is
Finesse.
responsible for in the movie is to lure Mike's sister Abby.
Or
back to the
not, sorry,
pizzeria.
not Golden Freddy, but he is Freddy in one of the last scenes because he gets like chopped up. He's the bear,
No,
but he's Bonnie though.
there's 4 children.
I understand
There's
that.
only
I get
4
that.
Five Nights at Freddy's
No, I get that. I'm
characters.
talking about the dude though.
The dude is Golden fucking Bonnie.
Any argument where you
All right.
end up having to go, he's the bear.
In the movie. In the movie.
Golden Bonnie FNAF movie.
Because he gets like
I just ate a
chopped
Slim
up
Jim
in
as a
the
chaser of whiskey.
suit. I thought it was a bear.
God, get out of here.
I thought he was
That
in.
is so American.
That's so Western.
Yeah. Where's your fucking Spurs?
Affiliation, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, career status, spring locked, activated whilst William Afton was inside it. Aliases, the Yellow Rabbit, portrayed by Matthew Lillard. First appearance, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he was in. He's
So I'm
always
remembering
in
it
Golden
wrong.
Bonnie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair.
Hold on.
He actually.
There it is.
His role in that movie,
Boom. He's in there.
as kind of
That's
not
him.
as kind of not good as that movie was, Matthew Lillard's role in that movie was pretty fucking good.
So that's
Oh,
Bonnie.
He does
That's
a,
Bonnie.
He does a really
That's not
good
Freddy.
job.
That's Bonnie.
Then I'm thinking of
Bonnie the Bunny.
It's worth seeing. It's not good. But
Okay.
It's worth seeing.
Interesting.
All right. I'm misremembering
Yeah.
As
things
like a
because I
being
thought
aware
Bonnie
of
was the
culture,
duck.
like type movie.
No, that's Chica.
You
That's
should
chicken.
watch
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Green Knight. You ever seen
Yeah.
that?
No.
Chica the
So-
chicken.
Chica the
Okay.
chicken.
Oh, what's it called? It's a certain kind of
I was fucking up because
an A24
fucking Bonnie
film,
the bunny.
I guess.
It's not.
So,
Okay.
it's really
It
nice.
kind of
I
looks
a
like the
lot of
bear.
24 stuff.
It's pretty awesome.
Speaking of
It's got some resemblance.
recommendation,
Yeah.
recommendation. The Green Room.
The Green Room.
It's about a punk band that's like going to play a show. And
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
as they get there, they realize like, oh, everybody here is skinheads, and then
They're racist.
They're sitting in the green room and getting really uncomfortable about like everybody here is racist, and then a gun gets introduced to the situation.
What?
And suddenly, there's a guy with a gun in the room. There's an altercation. The band sees it happen. They get involved because they're like not about these fucking people that they're around. They're
Yeah.
realizing like, oh, we're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So it's like a horror or suspense movie.
Thriller.
Just set in like the night
green
of a
room.
band about to go on stage.
Damn. Just
It's-
all in one night kind of movie. It's just one crazy night kind of movie.
Best selling point of this movie, Patrick Stewart is the main bad guy.
Patrick Stewart.
Uh,
What the
Which
fuck?
is hilarious.
yeah.
Not to be
So
mistaken
The
with
Green
Patrick
Knight is a movie. It's vaguely touching on the themes on the vagueness of coming into manhood and what it's like to be a man and masculinity and shit. And it's
sucks.
about how there's no direction. Basically,
It sucks.
it's like
It
it's like
fucking sucks, dude.
so basically it's about it's King Arthur's like nephew.
Fucking hater.
He's right though. It's King Arthur's nephew, a guy no one's ever heard of. You know, he wants glory and shit, and he's sitting at the round table with all the knights and King Arthur, and all of a sudden the Green Knight shows up, and the Green Knight is like this he's like a living tree or something like that, and he's like, if one of you guys can cut off my head, you know, you'll he's like, I bet one of you guys can't cut off my head, but if you do, I'll come back next year and cut off your head on this exact date.
All right, so some Highlander type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There can
and
only
then
be
so
one.
King Arthur's nephew, wanting to be a badass, he's like, all right, I'm about to cut off this bitch's head, and he does it, but it's like really easy. Like, he doesn't fight back or anything. He just lets him cut off his head, and he's confused, and he's like, that doesn't really feel like the way I thought it would.
That wasn't satisfying.
Yeah, because he
It
knows
wasn't
that
satisfying. at all.
motherfucker was like, "Yeah, I'm coming back next year to cut off your fucking head, you dumbass."
Yep, and then
Anybody that tried to do that shit, I played you.
he cuts
You
off his head, and
fucking
he's like,
idiot.
and he starts laughing. He puts his head back on. He's like, all right, see you next year. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you made the deal. And it's basically, it's vaguely like, you know, you get it, like the Green Knight represents nature, basically. He's like, you fight nature, you conquer nature, but to what ends? Like, it's so fucking awesome.
Nature will always fucking win.
Exactly.
We're watching that shit happen literally right now with these hurricanes and everything else. Like, we're literally watching nature being like,
Are we still live and we're talking about the hurricane? All right.
It's like King Arthur at one
Yeah.
point,
Alright.
the nephew goes up and asks King Arthur for advice at one point, and King Arthur's kind of basically like, hey man, like, it's almost like he's like, I just got lucky. He's like, I don't really know what I'm doing. He's like, the path to masculinity is like, do whatever you want, I guess, because I don't really know how I got here.
Yeah.
He's like, do whatever you want. And when the Green Knight thing happens, he's like, don't cut off. He's like, don't do it. Don't accept the challenge. King Arthur tells him not to, and he does anyways because he feels like that's what it means to become a man, is to take on this great challenge. And King Arthur's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where you got that idea.
Man.
Like,
I love that premise in a movie.
it needs to go on the list.
yeah.
It reminds me of The Platform. I've talked about this movie before. It's a foreign language film, so like watch it with subtitles. But it takes a really simple premise that we all understand of like the people at the top get the bounty, they eat, and every level down you go, the people get less and less pickings.
Yeah, I've
until
seen
the people at the bottom level are eating just the fucking
People.
bones and
Yeah.
people. They're like
I've seen-
committing murder.
I've seen this shit on TikTok. It's like
It's on TikTok because it's a good movie you need to see. You should just
Yeah.
watch the movie.
Oh, I want
Yeah.
to, because there's a second one in there.
I haven't seen the second one.
I think there's a first one, and then there's also a second one now.
Okay.
It's the same premise.
But anyway, it's so people elect to go to this prison, basically, of like, it's almost, shit, what was the Korean show that like blasted off that?
Yeah.
Maxine?
It was like their Hunger Games.
It was like the Korean Hunger Games.
Squid Games.
Squid Games.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost a Squid Games type of concept where like you elect.
Have they not made a season 2 to that yet? Because they ended on a cliffhanger, like, we're totally gonna make a season 2.
There's a little bit of like weird like media bureaucracy with that, where like
Hey.
Netflix bought a show that had already been produced from Korea and then put the Netflix label.
Can you guys shut the fuck up? Because I've never seen Squid Games. So
Well, we didn't spoil the ending.
you just told me they ended on a cliffhanger.
Okay,
They do.
but what cliffhanger? You don't know.
The old man.
What old man? What about him?
You've seen
You don't know.
Why do you watch TikTok just to spoil it? You spoil it for your fucking self.
I know too much.
Anyway,
That's all I'm like. I was making a joke. I was like, you guys are giving me spoilers,
I know.
but I've already spoiled it for myself.
Anyway.
I do that all the time.
I know it's something to do with the old man, but I don't know what.
anyway, the platform
Wait till you find out.
they elect to go to this. Basically, it's a prison where like you give up everything but one item that means something to you. For the main character in the story, it's a copy of the book Don Quixote, which has like some lore implications to the fucking story of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's people who are down on their luck. They have nowhere else to fucking turn. They're in the ocean and there's no turning back.
Damn.
Like, it's for those people. You just stop. You never let me finish a point. This is. I can't talk about anything I want to talk about without you fucking with me. Anyway.
Anywho. Continue.
Dude who's down on his luck just wants to, like, get back to his family and save his daughter from hunger and the starvation that's in their fucking country. He's like, alright, I'm gonna go to this place. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna better myself. I'm gonna come out of here on top. He ends up in the system that is just like the world outside, where it's just like from the top down, you are fucked.
Yeah.
Every level, when you enter, you are put on a random level. So wherever you start, that's where you fucking start. You
Great.
You could be at the very
Just get a
bottom,
random
you could be
level.
at the very top. And
Literally direct representation of life.
yeah, and people who are used to having, like, just the slim pickings, the people who are, like, the poorest of the poor, the desperate of the most desperate, if they somehow just get lucky enough to be at the top, they immediately just conform to being at the top, and are like, they treat everybody below them like shit, even though they've been at the bottom. That's kind of the whole point of the movie, is, like, even if you've been at the bottom, you know what suffering is,
Yeah.
once you're at the top, you forget all that, and you fucking take what you can.
I knew the premise of the movie, like,
Yeah.
even from the clips that I saw, and I was like, oh, that makes sense as to the comparison to the world and the world that we live in. And that's what they were, like, doing with that movie.
The way the movie, no spoilers, but the reason I bring it up in relation to Green Knight is the way the movie ends is ambiguous in that way, where, like, yeah, he saves the little girl that he wants to save in the movie. I don't want to give anything away. Like, just know there's a little girl and he's trying to save her.
Just so you know, I've seen too much.
Yeah, he technically saves her, but once she gets to the top and delivers the symbol of, like, peace to the wealthy at the top, that is supposed to be like, oh, now they get it and this harm will stop happening, the ending is specifically ambiguous to the point where it's like, you don't know if anything was ever accomplished.
They kill her.
You don't know.
They might have.
It is
they might
implied
not have.
either that it changes the world completely and suffering stops, or the rich cannibalize this little girl and
my
just
God.
eat her at the end of the movie. Like, that is...
Yep.
And you believe...
Again, I've seen too much.
You watching the movie, though, like, if you fucking watch the movie, you end up believing in either ending. Like, it's...
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like, it reminds me of Shutter Island, or like what you're talking about with Green Knight, where, like, there is and I don't know about the message that's like, and I don't know that we all feel. It's one of those I don't knows that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel super biased on Shutter Island, probably because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the director of the movie was going for a certain kind of message, and I feel like he was specifically trying to say, like, people get wrapped up in their beliefs too fanatically.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like the quote at the end, you know, would a man rather live as a monster or die as a good man? It's
Yeah.
like, he tells you what the answer is when he goes, I want to get lobotomized. He's like, men would rather die as a good, most people would rather die as a good man. So most people couldn't handle the reality that he was put through. So
It's really fucking dark, and it's probably my favorite Michael Bay movie.
which one?
Shutter Island.
Oh, Michael Bay, huh?
You know.
Who?
Michael Bay, Shutter Island.
Pulp Fiction?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No. I fucking agree with you, though. I was making a joke.
Because it was Scorsese.
I'm just kidding. I know.
Bastard.
How can you out-asshole me when I'm being an asshole? That's not fair.
It's so
That's not fair.
I'm such an asshole, dude. We know this. Like,
I need to watch Shutter Island again.
I
feel like
really
people
want to
who
watch it again.
think it's the other way around is they're like, they just don't want to believe that they were fooled that hard. They're like, the movie comes in with that tone. You see the island, and as soon as it shows you the island, boom, boom, boom. It's trying to manipulate you. It's trying to get you to feel the way that Teddy feels because he is delusional. He feels like this place is evil because it's holding him against his will, but it's holding him against his will because he's crazy.
At what point does the meta argument become frustrating to you, though? Where, like, the video that I watched that was breaking this down was like, so I know the movie wants me to feel that way, so I should take it the other way. Like, At what point does that become frustrating? Where you're
Damn,
like,
that's immediately too much for me. I'm like, okay.
did the
I mean,
director
maybe.
intend for me to feel this way, and then also to think about it that deeply, that because they want me to feel this way, now I feel this way?
Damn, maybe. Okay, so that could be what brainwashing is, dude.
And isn't that kind of the point of the movie? Like,
And
Let's just
it's
fuck you up,
it's
dude.
it's kind of like by the end of the movie, it makes you feel crazy. You know what? It makes you feel crazy for ever having thought that there could have ever been a conspiracy that deep.
yeah.
When in reality, the government did MK Ultra.
Did
This
do
is-
those things.
This
It
is one of the things
totally
about
did.
hard-
And is continuing to do similar but not quite the same things. Like,
This is one of the things about hard candy that I cannot wait for you to watch. Because
damn it, have we still not watched Hard
we
Candy?
have not watched hard candy. And
haven't had a
also
movie
one of the
night
things
in
that I
grip.
wanted to talk to you about is let us know the next time you guys want to do movie night, and we'll fucking plan some shit.
Fuck yeah.
We'll actually do
Yeah,
it.
I'm off Saturdays and Sundays by like 3:30.
So we can do a Saturday night like normal fucking time. Please
Fuck
talk
yeah.
to Abby. Let us know when you guys would like to have us over. I seriously feel bad about
No,
the
you're
last time, so like
I personally
Let's-
would much rather do a Sunday night
Sunday night.
or like a Sunday early evening because I work Saturday morning, Sunday morning, but I don't. Oh, I work Monday
you
morning.
do
too.
work Monday morning. What do you
Motherfucker.
mean?
Man,
I
your
keep thinking
schedule's
I'm off on
wacky.
Monday.
No, you work Monday. No, it's Saturday night would be the best night.
I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I work.
Damn.
I work Thursday to Monday.
Yeah, but Wes works Tuesdays and Wednesday nights,
Yeah, no, I know.
so he couldn't do night.
No, I know. I'm
We work-
saying
I
Wes
work-
is off on Sunday too, but I forgot.
No,
that
he's
I work-
not.
Yes, he is.
Wes is not off on
He's
Sundays.
off Saturdays and Sundays. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's off on Fridays and Saturdays. Hey, Wes, what days are you off?
Friday, Saturday.
Okay, yeah,
Really?
that's what I thought. Yeah,
Why does how come anytime you're right about something, it's automatically like, get shit on, motherfucker, you're wrong, I'm right, fuck you.
because
Get shit
because
on. Like,
when
it
I'm
wasn't that serious, bro.
no, because when I'm wrong, I'll be like, hey, I might not
also-
know about this, but then I tell you like, hey, I know for a fact that this is
Did you not hear
what it
me
is.
one sentence ago go, I keep forgetting I work on Mondays? I forget my work schedule.
Yeah, and I told
I
you.
live my
Mondays.
life.
I told you for a fact that he's off Friday, Saturday, and you were like, no, he's off Saturday, Sunday, and I was like, no, he's not.
Friday.
Because I also asked Wes to come over and hang out with me on Friday nights because he's off.
That's pretty queer of you.
Never asking you to hang out ever again.
Good.
I would say our best bet would be like a Saturday night,
Yeah.
and like, but do it early if we can. Like,
Are you positive of Saturday? Would you be okay with Saturday, Emily?
I'd be okay with Saturday. I'm already like, it's past my bedtime right now, but I would
but
be
that's
okay
what I'm
with
saying.
Saturday.
Like, if we're gonna do a movie night, let's do it as early
Like
as possible.
We'll do it early on
Dinner
Saturday.
and a movie?
Okay.
Dinner and a movie is cool with me.
I'll bring
Ooh,
over.
potluck? We each bring a dish?
I'll bring over some fucking
Oh,
pizza.
man.
Yeah?
I've wanted to cook for you guys.
For real,
Fuck it,
same.
we're
Alright,
down
well,
with
if we're
that.
cooking, I'll cook.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna bring some fucking.
I'm down with that.
Caesars.
That sounds awesome.
message us or talk to Abby and then message us. I would prefer it to be like a weekend where we don't have Amelia and we just have Joanna.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you? No, that makes sense. It's fine. Yeah.
Because it's easier if we just have
Oh,
the one fucking
JoJo's
kid.
way more chill. Like,
Yeah.
she
it's
will
so
just
much.
sit and watch her tablet and watch her own movie and
Oh,
leave us
yeah.
alone.
We can throw her wherever the fuck we want to and give her a tablet and she'll be fine. But the earlier that we can do it, the better. Just because she's got to
I
work.
mean, if we are going to Trey and Abby's, I'm sure we could be like, hey, honestly, could you watch Amelia for 2 hours so we can watch a movie real quick? We'll literally be like 4 buildings down.
Yeah, it's just like I prefer it to just be Honesty's weekend. That makes it easier, regardless, because she does have to watch her. Which, just so you guys know, and reminder, November. The 2nd of November is the wedding. We are not doing a podcast for that. We are going to be gone, and then the next week after that, we leave on the the 6th, which is a Wednesday,
Not
and
the
then we
5th?
will be gone all weekend also on the cruise. So like the 2nd, and then I think it's the 9th of November. We are
You didn't
not
say
doing a
any of
podcast.
My favorite November numbers.
Also, they got somebody else to watch
Remember.
the 5th of November.
Fifth of November.
But they got somebody
They
that
said it.
is a vet that will watch the house, so you don't have to.
I mean, I figured that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after, but
Well, they talk to somebody that's like an actual vet.
no, I know. But
And
I knew I wasn't gonna be the person watching the animals.
we'll talk about that after. Yeah.
I already knew that.
Yeah. Yes and no. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I already knew that.
Yes and no. We'll
Yes,
talk about it
I knew it.
afterwards.
And
Yes.
No, I'm sure there's some fucking buts
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Which actually, we're at that time anyways. I don't know if you guys have anything else you guys want to add to the end of the episode.
I had a quote, but I couldn't find it. I had a quote that I thought would impress you, and I thought I saved it somewhere, and I couldn't find it, so it'll be for next time.
Damn.
All right, next time.
What do you got, Trey?
Here's not a quote. Here's just a thought that I have, and it's just that since the dawn of time, there have been millions and millions of people who have gone on to do great things that you've never heard of, and they probably helped the world in a substantial way that you'll never even conceive. And it doesn't matter that they weren't remembered. It just mattered what they did.
Straight from Trey's brain noodle.
Ah,
Damn.
I love you guys. Peace.
I love you too, man.
We love you, Trey.